Welcome back to the First Touch podcast, people. As my been telling a friend last week, as I said, Sunday night live. We're there back again. You see me? Sunday night lives. Yeah, man. As we discussed last week, we talked about the football week. You see me? We got through the games, them are the most important games, them. And then we also have a look at thing for talk about with Rodrigo. You see me? Rodrigo looking like him Real Madrid career might be over. I'm not saying it is, but it might be. You see me?
It is
Anyway,
over.
people, please remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell because that's gonna notify you when the video them a drop. You see me? Big up myself, Yoppy. Seeing our comments already. People, first up, I feel like we should just get Manchester United out of the way because at the most recent game I play, the two are the biggest game I played this week are Spurs Arsenal. Sorry, Spurs Man City. So I got left that one there for last. And we are talking about Man United versus Fulham today. Manchester United Fulham. Same old to be honest. Manchester United versus Fulham. 1-1 upon the day. And just a host of comedy errors from Manchester United time and time again upon the pitch today. Manchester United, we should have wrap up the game from the first half. Like it should have been done and dusted from the first half without a shadow of a doubt. Manchester United should have clean let me echo. Oh shit. Sorry about that, people. Yeah, Manchester United should have killed off the game from the first half with Cunha. Matthias Cunha get two great opportunities for score. Matthias Cunha get two excellent opportunities. The first one, him hit the bar, or maybe the first one was the keeper over the top through ball. Anyway, the first him should have scored the one when him hit the bar, and him should have definitely scored the one where the keeper played the ball over the top to him, bro. The control from him was absolutely beautiful. That control was great. And him do everything right. Him do all of the hard part right. All him have to do, I kick the ball to the other side of the goal. That's all him have to do, you know. You see me? Anyway, I end up kick it straight on the keeper. Keeper make a save. Apart from that, Bruno Fernandes miss the penalty what we get. And again, Bruno, I don't know what was that. That was boy. I don't think you'd try aim for the net right there. So that looked like I would I stadium with try shoot that. You see me? Um, but Bruno kick for the penalty, and that should have been 3-0 at halftime, to be honest. That should have been 3-0 at halftime. Second half, Fulham get into the game. Fulham a run away, and Diogo Dalot for Fulham goal. I'm talk about Manchester United goal first because people are say, although I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, the penalty. People are saying it's not a penalty, right? And I agree that it's not a penalty in a personal, from a personal point of view. I agree it's not a penalty. In my opinion, it was not a penalty. However, when me hear the referee explain why it's given as a penalty, there seems to be a rule change in the league right now where them type of foul there is going to be given as penalties. So basically what happened is Mount a cut cross Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey hug up Mount and swing him to the ground. Now, I know some man are gonna say, oh, on a WWE we are play, but me just not used to them thing they are given as penalty. You see me? So I'm gonna call that as a penalty. However, in the this season, the referee them I say that now is not going to be permitted. You see me? So because them I say that not gonna be permitted, them get as a penalty. Which anybody have any scrutiny about the change? Say yo, them they're supposed to be penalties now.
Well, me don't know. I feel like you say you're used to it like from day one, it being what it is. And honestly, I disagree. I feel like in any time of football, bro, I feel like that for always give us a penalty, bro. Because I feel like in blatantly just see the man come across and then fling him on ground for no reason, honestly.
Um, yes, I get what you say, but remember say as Akima complained, football is a contact sport. So them thing they back in the day, the wrestling, them thing they normal. You see me?
Bro, me want you show me want you or Akim show me when back in the days that happened, it never was a penalty.
Bro, them
Because
thing they not even getting a penalty in a 2015 da. Come on.
what?
Come on, bro. Them thing they not
Bro,
even
bro,
getting a
let me on
penalty in
ask
a
the same thing.
2015, bro.
Man, me I wanna see the same thing. Bro, the man actually wall hog mount and fling him on ground.
I get that. However, it remember the dog. The sport is supposed to be physical, bro, and especially upon penalty. This is why I gotta say the goal of score was a goal because him barely touch him. You see me?
If
So the
barely touch
touch
him,
where
come
him
on, that
touch
is
where
not
him
a
getting
pen.
him. No, not a pen, but they must say the goal should have get disallowed because of the pushing a bossy back. But
That's soft.
him barely push him. You see me? That is
Yes,
why me I gotta say
yeah.
is a goal. But the same way Omega said the barely push is a goal. Mega said the fling down is not a penalty for me, bro, because me
No,
just not see that
no,
as a penalty, bro.
I cannot understand. Bro, I can't understand why that you can't see it as a penalty, bro. Like, I understand, say, yes, it's a contact sport. It's not a case where a man Mount came body to body. Like, Mount come to go there and lean upon him and him probably shoot him. Like, him probably give him a shoulder shove and him reach to the ground. Like, I understand that. Yes, right, there should be a contact sport. But he did more than contact there. That was like he was a relationship with the man. Yes, bro. That is like if bro, that is literally a hug and then a fling away. I swear to you, bro. That is, bro. I see that as big and unnecessary. Come on, mount a run to the ball. I don't think the ball is even square as yet in all of the football.
The ball is in the ear. The ball not ear, man.
Alright, let's say the ball in the ear. Mount a got fed up and I doubt the ball if kick out. But anyway, let's say it in the ear. Him look and say Mount a go towards the ball. He didn't try to like put up his arms and try to shield him off. This man literally hugged him draw him in for a hug. For him squeeze, I miss you hug. And like him smell something bad per mount or misidentity or probably him don't want about flex him gay or and just fling him down. Him just throw him away, bro.
I'm to
Like,
say, I understand why it was given, but man, I know that maybe my brain programming a way where I just can't see them thing
bro,
there's
you watch too much
penalty, bro.
WWE, Monday Night Raw,
Bro, man,
literally.
me stop watch them thing there from me at 10, brothers.
That's literally Monday Night Raw, bro.
I don't know, bro. But
But let's talk about the penalty.
yeah, the penalty was given. People that blew up and then Bruno end up missing penalty. I don't know if I saw him feel sorry for Fulham or what. I don't know the reason why he kicked that penalty. However, I not gonna say cause I see some comments, bro, where the people are say, oh, Bruno, this Bruno, that. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's a penalty. People miss penalty all the time. Like, people act like say the greatest players of all time never miss a penalty before. It's a penalty, bro.
And we're not saying that in excuse of Bruno missing the penalty. But like the big deal as a calamity as a probably in where the season just start. You know, the team still have find them. I'm not find excuse for Man U anybody because I know how much we hate them. But I feel like say, in terms of we're not lose this whole heap of this whole heap of hunger over Bruno missing the penalty. Like, come on, give him one a break.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. And again, we all know a lot of Manchester United fans have an agenda against Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno, yeah.
However, the midfield itself is showing itself to be a problem. Bruno in the midfield for me is not. It's not saying man play bad in the midfield, but at the end of the day, him not do what is expected or what is needed from the midfield. You see me? And that is not from a chance creation standpoint because Bruno will be Bruno and Bruno will create chances. However, from the standpoint of him tracking back, because the runner, the goal that was scored, that was Bruno's runner, the goal from Emil Smith Rowe. Bruno was the one who was supposed to be tracking him. And Bruno lose track at the runner. You see me? So from a tracking back standpoint, from a tackling standpoint, because remember I said it's literally two men at the midfield and the two man them wide apart. It's not like say what you have one and few time them when Mason Mount or one of them we drop in at the midfield and help, but it's not a consistent thing. The number 10 them not really a drop back in at the midfield like that. So I just the
Mm-hmm.
two man them in at the midfield alone. Is it?
Oh.
Um Kobe Mainu today. Kobe Mainu sit down on the bench. I don't know Amorim, and I have to blame the manager for this because Amorim sit down. Amorim dep on the touchline. Cisse will need somebody who can control the pace and the tempo of the game in the midfield, and he chose to put on Ugarte,
Yeah.
Manuel Ugarte of all
Bugatti.
people.
And even make some more defense. I think I wonder if him did okay with just getting the point. Because even the two change we make after with the Maguire, taking off Euro, which was one of the best players them today.
I
On
think
in
he
Man,
was the best player today.
so that kinda what you think, Jav?
Um, yeah, I think the substitutions at the end of the game, or the substitutions overall, were questionable. I think the biggest one for me was the I think it was when Cisco and Dalot came on the field, and he had a midfield pivot of Mason Mount and Bruno. And I remember saying it at the time. I just don't think that I don't think that make any sense. You essentially have two of the same player, one lower tier than the other, obviously, playing in midfield. The gaps were going to exist. I also feel like I don't think Ahmad played well at the right wing back position or whatever Kim was playing today. Um, but
But you
I don't know.
realize,
Would we be saying this if Harry Maguire did score that
that
corner? I think probably 5 minutes after him come on, that barely
he,
missed the left side of the post.
Would I say same
So
thing?
why
yeah,
no,
but I
I
still
wouldn't
say the
know.
same thing.
Well, I don't know that we could say the same thing because at that point they would have gotten the 3 points. You would have still thought that the substitutions were questionable, but I disagree with that comment. As I think three on the back, um,
It has proven to
it has
work. So at
proven to
times,
work
it's just
sometimes. I
how
mean,
you play
Kante
it.
won with it.
Yeah, it has proven to work.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
think it's about personnel, and I don't think United have the
personnel. Yeah,
personnel
it's
for
about
it.
personnel. Cause you say, all right, we never play. Ahmad never played that good, right? The caviar to playing Ahmad is playing Diogo Dalot. And we all say what Diogo Dalot did today. Ball swing out to Diogo Dalot. All this man have to do is play back the ball to the player right beside him or just clear it. This man takes some. I don't think I don't know what kind of turn that him turn, but him turn and the touch where him turn with the ball gone way out there so like a Lukaku touch. And
Mm,
when the ball swing out there so Calvin Bassi or one of them run on the ball and me have to say, bro, are you literally caused that goal there? At the end of the day, I think somebody give her the ball in the midfield. We recover the ball. Dargo swing out the ball to Dallo, and Dallo make this wild turn. Like, why are you doing that? Just play the ball simple, bro. And then him now, because him don't have any sort of awareness about him. Him don't know say there's a Fulham player right behind him. And the Fulham player just easily get the ball, run past a man, swing it in the box. Smith Rowe drifting, nobody marking up, nobody picking up Smith Rowe in the box. Smith Rowe is drifting, and Smith Rowe just get a easy tap in. So this
Me
is
I
the
wonder
man talk about
I
when
don't
if
think
at that point
I don't think the goal was easy. I don't think that was an easily scored goal either. I
you
think
don't
that
you
run
get what
was
I mean,
perfectly
bro.
timed and it was
You get
perfectly finished.
when
I
I say
think
perfect, I
it
mean
have
like
blame the
when I
keeper
say
in
tap
any
in
part of it.
the
no,
goal.
because the
No,
ball fell in like what them would have call an uncertain zone.
the
Um,
the
and if
run
you,
we
you if
make
you
was
come
good.
out to that and you miss it, you either hit the player and concede a penalty, or you completely miss the ball, probably get beat at your near post. Because the player is more likely to get it before.
The
Um,
the run we
and
make, Jeff, the run we make was good. However,
yeah,
from a defensive standpoint, that's a simple goal to defend, in
yeah,
my opinion.
I do think though, like this notion that Cunha had, like Cunha should have had a double. I don't agree with it. I think the shot that he hit on the post was more Cunha excellence than him missing a clear cut chance that him should have buried. I think
Mm-mm.
the opportunity that should have been scored was I don't know if it was the goalkeeper that they
The
passed the ball to
goalkeeper,
him
yeah, the
over the
goalkeeper
top.
passed the ball over the top.
And I mean, I think the commentator said it Bergkamp-esque. That was a ridiculous control. And I
Yeah, the
mean, you do that,
control.
you do that, you do that, you need to finish it. 9 out of 10 players probably won't control that in the first place to even have the attempt on goal. But I also think it was a good save from Leno. Leno did well in making himself bigger by stepping out the goal and then he make a reaction save. Um,
I think
again,
him
I
should have go
do
to the other side though. I think
what to
yeah,
the far post,
yeah, I think him should have go to the
but
other
him
side.
control the ball. First of all,
Remember,
him
oh, him
control the
control.
ball on the wrong foot, you know. But really and truly, you control the ball on your left foot right there if you want to strike it with your strong
Remember,
foot. He control the ball with him right foot, with the midline right foot, and how his body was positioned, at least when I watched it live and also when I watch a replay. I'm not making any excuses for him. He should have scored. But I don't think it would have been easy for him to put the ball at the far post with the balance that him have. And also he went on the keeper's weaker side. Like I don't think I think it was a decent effort, but it was a great save. He should have scored. I mean, yeah, expect him to score, yes. But again, like I don't agree with the notion that like, well, I saw a couple people saying Cunha sell the game. I disagree with that. I feel
no,
like
no, no,
he
no,
had
no.
opportunities that I don't know if anybody else on that team from back to front would have even ended up in. I don't think the shot that he took within the first 90 seconds, nobody else on the team would have the balls to do that. Outside of probably Bruno, and the result would have been the same, would have went over the bar. Um, the link up play from the left side for the strike that slapped the post, that was all Cunha again. And then the touch, the takedown, and the opportunity that was once again Cunha. I think he definitely gave the team. He was definitely carrying the team's attack.
Yeah,
Um,
no, disagree with that.
but you didn't get enough from Mbuemo. I don't while I don't think Mason Mount played bad. I think
No,
outside of that early link up play
Him
with
drifted as the
Cunha,
game went on, to be
yeah,
honest.
he as the game went on, he went. So I mean, you know, the truth is,
Big up yourself,
I feel
Orlando.
like I feel like there was a obviously there was an opportunity for United to win the game, and I mean, quite frankly, you know, I think let me put it this way: the penalty miss for me was a far bigger deal than anything that happened before it. I think, and I'm not saying blame Bruno for the draw. Your captain step up to the spot like that, and what he must say in the press conference is the referee never apologized to him.
Yeah,
what?
that
I
was
mean,
that. Honestly,
he's such a
sometime
petulant child. He's literally such a petulant child, and that's why I don't agree that Manchester United fans have an agenda against him. I think other people have an agenda against him, people like myself. But he's a
United
petulant
fans
child.
definitely have an
He
agenda.
acts like a child. He does things that are so outrageous, and when they come off, you know, they look great. But I mean, today he make a diagonal pass one time, a diagonal pass where had he like him take a touch, probably roll the ball, and then play the pass, that would have given the two attackers a better opportunity far left. And him just make a one-time pass. It might have been a half volley. And the defender they just head it out. I feel like he's easy to play against because he's predictable, because you always know that he's going to do almost do the hardest thing. That's what I always used to say to you guys last year, even when we were on radio tattoo. I feel like in play for skill points and not like to actually accomplish something. But at the end of the day, I'm not blaming the last on him, but I just feel like in a situation like that, your captain step up, the referee bounced into him. He got an opportunity to reset him routine and then him kick the ball over the bar. I mean, that's a pressure situation where he missed, and that was literally a defining moment in the game.
The point where me say yeah, the penalty him supposed to bear them. No, there's no excuse for missing the penalty. But the thing is, Bruno probably take the most penalty in the Premier League, and him have probably the best record in the Premier League at taking penalties at the rate
Yeah,
that he
and
does. So if he miss the penalty, I just we can't just jump up and say, "Oh,
Yeah,
Bruno,
but
you idiot." Blah blah
I
blah.
don't think
Like
he
it's
was.
gonna see it, bro.
I don't think he played well enough to even say, "Yo, Jano, all him did do was miss a penalty." I don't
He
think
never
he had
played
a
that
great
bad,
game.
to be
He
I
never
don't
honest.
think
played
he
bad
played
though.
bad. I don't think he played well enough for people to, and I'm not saying me, frankly, I don't care. But for people to be able to say, "Yo, Jano, like he missed the penalty and that is unfortunate," but say him they play good outside of that.
No,
I don't think he
it's not
played
a
well.
the thing is not a but in a Jeff. It's just the simple fact that people do miss penalties, bro. Like
Yeah, people
everybody
miss
act like it's the
penalties.
end of the world. That's the problem with me
No,
have.
as I say, I don't think it's the end of the world, but that doesn't negate the fact that it was a pivotal moment in the game. That could have swing the game. That could have swing the game.
And I
True.
agree with you. My problem is I feel like I the same thing with calamity problem. It's just like say at the rebuttal or the comments them get after like they make
Yeah,
it
the
seems like say
reprisal.
Yeah, but
I
Like
see,
just that.
and again, I always say this to you when I say I have an agenda against him, similar to something the venue was sure I get talk about later. They don't have likable characters. They they, when you see when you behave how them behave, it sparks reactions like this. It make people say them something about you. And whether it's character or not, when you act like a pitney, bro, when you act like a child, people are like the criticism is gonna be that much harder on you because of how you behave. If you That's just how it always go, bro. Unlikable characters will face heavier criticism if you and somebody who is more likable does the same exact thing. So, by the end of the day, I don't think I think even after the penalty, there was a game out there to win. Again, questionable
the
substitutions, and
Yeah.
uh,
just like and to Tatu's point, I almost feel like it got to a point where him knows say Harry Maguire can come on and do a thing on corners, but him was almost trying to be reserved. Like him just want to make sure say, "Yo, I
we
don't
don't
lose."
lose. Yes,
You get
yes.
me?
Because honestly,
And in his
I
defense, he almost got away with it. Harry Maguire literally almost scored. And had he done that, people would have called him a genius. But
no
instead of
no
him being a
no.
No,
genius now,
just that I agree.
we didn't call him. We wouldn't call him a genius. But
Well,
there would be people
them
that say,
people, yeah.
he make the
Mind.
substitution, and the substitution did exactly what he wanted them to do.
Because it
But
is no
now
surprise.
him have more what league games than wins in the Premier
Hold
League.
on there. Calamity, I never see him Amarin did a coach in a the game, Leon game in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when time Maguire.
But
So
that are my you see, me like, oh, you bring that to me. My problem that in a dog. Amorim, first of all, it's not the first time somebody like Kobe Mainu come on and Kobe Mainu play clutch. That Leon game, for example. That same Leon game where he brought him on fresh off the bench. I think him just come on the field. 5 minutes later, him have a goal. Right? What is the issue between Amorim and Kobe Mainu at this point in time? Because it's really, really puzzling me. And when we were talking on the TikTok live yesterday, I was explaining that Kobe Mainu is clearly out of favor with the manager. And it's I don't know what the reason for that being is, but we need to find because there's no way as if I am the Manchester United hierarchy, there is no way I am allowing you as the coach to sell Kobe Mainu. So you have to find some way to play him, in
yeah,
my
and
opinion.
like I feel like Kobe
And
Menu was what the game need today in terms of the
so
balance.
no, sorry, Tatu, you did the delay, so I never hear you talking. Got you.
Now, I feel like the game are somewhere they need Kobe Menu in terms of the balance of the both attacking and keeping the game to in hands because it can be a ball handler who can reserve the ball and also can be somebody who going to give you the 3 points. So honestly, we didn't think that's a Kobe Menu that going to be a substitute today. I swear.
Uh,
I think the problem is, and I mean, we had this conversation yesterday in the live as well. Um, I can't pay much attention to what coaches say. I can pay attention to what they do,
do
and
exactly.
his actions, and also the interest of the club would suggest that them going after Baleba and why him name again? The other 21-year-old. They're going after people within his age range that play his same position, which suggests to me that there is no interest in in having him a part of the plans. Because otherwise, why would you be going after the same type of players or players with similar profiles, players who definitely play the same position within his age range, if the intention was to to have him as a part of your team? So I'm not going to pay attention to Amorim say that him do have a problem with him, or him need to
Yeah, and we
graduate.
come
Like
out in the
his
media,
excuse for even his excuse for Cisco not playing, like he's gonna be our striker for a very long time. So we have to take time and adapt him into the team. Amorim is very good at saying a lot of nothing,
bro.
and
Bro, his
that's
reasoning.
the problem.
You see today, when I see the reasoning, his reasoning for not putting on Kobe Mano, he states is he's fighting for his position with Bruno Fernandes. Now, me have a really big problem with that statement because number one, after him take off something there today, Ahmad, and him put on Dallo, and him put on
Adam Wharton.
somebody
That's what I
else.
was trying to remember. Adam Wharton.
Yeah. After him take off Ahmad and him put on Dallo and put on somebody else, bro. The man put Mason Mount right beside Bruno in the midfield. So
Exactly,
what was the
which I
point
had
of
raised
you
earlier.
putting what was the point of you putting Mason Mount in the midfield beside Bruno Fernandes when you do have somebody of a different ilk in Kobe Menu on the bench, and then you're going to make another substitution for Mason Mount and put on Ugarte?
But
Like what?
why him say Kobe Menu and Bruno fight for same position when the two of them play two different? Because isn't Bruno attacking midfielder and Kobe Menu a central midfielder?
The
But
thing is, he's playing Bruno at central midfield,
exactly.
which I've expressed already. That, and I said it before. No, maybe he's the best player in the team. Maybe he's not. I think most Manchester United fans, whether they like him or not, will say that he's the best player in the team. And if and I don't want to get too much into it, but if we can constantly have the discussion about, we have the joking argument all the time about, Christie coming and scoring all the goals, where he was the problem, despite literally being the best player in the team. How can we then not seriously engage in the conversation that the system that they are attempting to play, their best player simply does not fit in with? Because he doesn't. When he plays attacking midfielder, in my opinion, he does too much. I mean, that's probably Bruno's biggest problem. He always want to do too much and constantly want to be involved. And that's probably a part of him more passionate or whatever. But he's clearly not meant to play as one of the tens. Um, and then you play him as a eight, him don't really offer much either. And even Calamity agreed with it when I said it on a video a couple weeks ago. I don't know if him being a part of the team will necessarily form your best 11, your best unit to put out there. If he was putting out a
The thing
Manchester
is,
United best 11, he'd probably be in there. But if Bruno a part of the best team, you can put out on the field for them to
no,
compete?
I is Bruno a part of Amorim's best team.
No, well, he's the coach, so that me I talk about.
The problem with Bruno is I think there has to be a specific type of midfielder to play beside Bruno if you're going to play Bruno as a number 8. You see, if Casemiro was 10 years younger, we would be fine. But unfortunately, Casemiro just does not have the legs. You see me? We're not able to get a destroyer who Casemiro, a lot of people actually don't realize this, but Casemiro is actually decent on the ball. You see me? And a lot of people don't give him credit for that. But if we were able to get a 10-year younger Casemiro, we would be fine. But the simple fact of the matter is we don't have that personnel to play beside Bruno. And the simple fact of the matter is if you're going to put on Ugarte, because Ugarte there's no reason to play Ugarte over Meno, in my opinion. And then if you're going to put Mason Mount in the midfield beside Bruno, then you even further bury yourself in a deeper hole, bro. Because why would you put Mason Mount in the midfield beside Bruno? Like, how that even compute? I don't understand how that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you see me? But again, me not even because we almost reached a 30 minutes and we just up on Manchester United. It was a 1-1 draw. Poor result. I feel like say when next 2 game then we'll have to get 2 win. Sorry, when next 3 game then we'll have to get 2 win. and one of them are Manchester City and one of them are Liverpool. So I don't know how we're gonna do that. But we have to get 2 wins in the next because 4 points out of 15 is not acceptable. 7 points, all right, fine. But 4 points out of 15 is not acceptable, bro. You see me? Um, Next up, who Liverpool play? 'Cause I completely forgot.
Liverpool
Liverpool not play
playing
till
Newcastle
Monday.
tomorrow.
They
They're
want
Who
play
playing
Liverpool
till
are
Newcastle
play
Monday.
tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what come and say who them play. I can't remember.
Yeah,
You see
me
me?
probably the City game, the two love.
All right, we're jumping at no City. Well, left City for last. We're jumping at
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Chelsea 5-1 New West Ham. So Chelsea 5-1 to West Ham on the day. I mean, I for one don't think it was a stellar performance from Chelsea. However, 5 goals is never a bad thing. You see, 5 goals is never a bad thing. João Pedro for me was the star of the day. Very good performance from João Pedro. Um, a couple of the goals them I feel like should have been negated by West Ham, but Aaron Wan Bissaka over on that right hand side. Jesus,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was very atrocious.
that
And
was
it's
one of them worst performance them
worse. And I
in
think about four of
even
the
in a
goal them.
Manchester United shirt, bro. I never see him play that shit.
Yeah. I think about at least three of the goal them we can say are his
3 of
fault
them.
and not marking his player, not following up in mark or whatever, really and truly. One of them with a blame on Paqueta, because the ball him lose to Shalaba was a bit soft, honestly. But I think my man of the game would have given to Cucurella. Honestly, I feel like Cucurella but a tremendous game. I feel like him
Over Pedro.
yeah, bro.
No, bro.
I feel like him over better game.
Estavo was alright when
Was
Estavo come
yeah,
out.
and
When Estavo played
Estavo
good.
as well was very good. Yeah.
No, very good at overdo it. He was
Brother,
good.
he was very good.
No.
Was it that
No.
is and I think I'm gonna also point it out for my YouTube review, for my TikTok review. I feel like the change where cause Abal Jav in the left out for the lineup before Cole Palmer pull, right? And I feel like Maresca putting him in and then him have couple tact where him had to the game. I feel like Estavo plays so much to it. Honestly.
Yeah, I think well, first of all, I did find it interesting that even after the performance he had when coming onto the field last week, he chose to bench him and up to play both his strikers. And quite frankly, I almost feel like he was assisted by Cole Palmer getting yanked from the lineup with 2 minutes, like 2 minutes left. Because I don't think I keep on saying it with how he plays, or at least how he's played for Chelsea. Joe Pedro is not he's not a winger. Like with how stagnant Chelsea almost plays on the wing, give him the him
I don't think he should be the
you're
main
not utilizing
striker.
his qualities very well. You're not utilizing his qualities very well. Um, I think when you're playing against a team, which will probably be few and far between, but when you're playing against a team that's not playing a low block, so your Man Cities, your Arsenals, probably your Tottenham, um, who else is there? I mean, you never really know what you're getting from United. Yeah, when you're playing against teams even the teams who play open as well, João Pedro has to play. But teams where you're playing against a low block, um, or even much more um physically demanding defenders, they lack plays. I did think it was interesting that he opted to start both of them. But then when Cole Palmer got pulled from the team, I think it did Delap a lot of favors, and it did João Pedro a lot of favors for him to play off of the striker. Um, I think Estevao was good. I believe he got the man of the match award. Um, I do think João Pedro I think he had a great game. I mean, to leap and score that goal and then to get 2 assists otherwise was excellent for me. And, Chelsea clearly have been practicing, taking a page out of set piece FC book. They
Set
do the
piece,
same
yeah,
corner.
yeah.
They do the same corner every single time where they put the ball, they strike it very hard into the near post and they get somebody to flick it back into the middle. And it's clearly creating a lot of opportunities for them. I think Estevao had a good game. I think yet another, not I guess not poor, but yet another subpar game from Enzo will be overshadowed by the fact that he
Him
scored a
score a
goal.
goal.
He wasn't good again. And I'm upset that people call him a box crusher now. Because like I know a good box crusher that was also a good midfielder, the best player that ever played for the club, or the second, but definitely the best midfielder that ever played for the club.
I
And
mean, he's getting on the
and
score sheet week in, week out, so people are gonna call him that now.
I mean, is I feel like the week in week out thing is a stretch. I think
That's a bit much. It's an
Enzo had
exaggeration, but
high numbers last year, and when you really look into it like in full detail, you'll notice that five, six of those, seven of those goals came within probably a 2 week span right after,
which is true.
whatever did happen. I think four of them was in the Conference League against a team you can't even pronounce or whatever, probably.
Wi-Fi code.
Yeah, so I think Caicedo had a good game once again. Gusto never really had much to do. Sanchez should have probably done better for the goal, but the goal
Ooh,
really
that was
came
just.
as a
Champion, and I
Ooh,
hold on
agree.
now, hold on now. I think he could have done better,
whoa.
but before we reach Sanchez, the goal came as a result of youthful exuberance
That
and
was from
immaturity.
Estevao, yeah. That
That
was
was from Estevao, and I think he must thank God and anybody else he need to thank that he had the performance he did have after that, because there are a lot of smart most people out there saying that him young and him not going to get a lot of Premier League minutes and things like that. He must sit on the bench, blah blah blah. All of the genius Chelsea TikTok bloggers, and that man is supposed to be starting for the team, regardless of who is fit. Estevao should be a starting winger. Um, Pinto, I'm not saying he's not a back crusher. No. I think it just upsets me because I know a good ball crushing midfielder who also like when him did contribute, he never only contributed the game with a goal. I don't think Enzo had a good game otherwise than literally. It had to anyhow we right he could have locked with eye and scored that. It was literally 2 yards out. And all the
um
work was done by everybody else. And I mean, I think Chalobah's goal was a good goal because it was much harder to miss it was much harder to score than it was to miss. Or a better way to put it is it was much easier to put it over the bar than to score. I didn't even remember who scored the last goal.
that was Achalaba
Caicedo.
scored the last
No,
goal, man.
Chalobah scored the last goal. Like Caicedo may
Caicedo
have thought
scored
about.
before him, yeah.
Yeah, Caicedo may have thought, but I mean, overall, I think it was a calm performance by the team. I don't think it was great by any
Was
stretch of
great,
the
yeah, calm.
imagination. West Ham is
I think
terrible, and I did predict that before we started that they were going to be terrible, and they showed yet again that they are terrible. So I
But
wouldn't make too
them
much
not
out of
that
but
it.
terrible.
No, they're bad.
no,
Take your foot off of
They're
them,
bad.
Nick.
they're
No, they're
absolute
bad.
dog shit.
They're
They're
absolute.
absolute dog
Yeah,
They're
shit.
they're
not that
garbage.
terrible. Take your
No,
foot.
they're
Take
they're
one
No,
ga-
foot them off five man them, Nick.
they're
no, bro.
awful.
They're absolute dog shit,
They're
bro.
awful.
Like,
And I know me want to bring up that time. I just feel like it was because of West Ham make that the goals them because we said, bro, I feel like Wan-Bissaka play a big role in those goals. And yes, I feel like I do believe say probably if it was the other team, probably that be one two love or probably even one love. I do agree that is not a stellar performance. But Calamity, that goal where Paqueta scored.
no.
Bro, hold on, bro. I know, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna crash you upon this. I don't remember which goal he scored for one of your idiotic keeper them. I just say why him dive with him opposite hand. And if you look at Sanchez in that game, him literally
No.
dive. Bro,
No,
the man
no,
tried
no,
to
no.
stretch this
I never that
hand
must say.
when him
I never
have
that
that
must say.
hand here.
I never that must say. Must say why Onana dive with two and you get limited reach when you dive with two and then one.
And if
That's not the
Sanchez in
case.
that, if it's Sanchez in that, if you watch what the goal, if he dive with this hand, with him left hand, him would have get for pitch that goal. Him would
No,
get pitch the
because
ball.
no.
Yes,
That
bro.
goal was just a straight banger.
No, it is a
Straight
banger. It
banger.
is a
No,
banger.
but two
But the
things can be true, bro. Two things
No,
can be
him
true.
can't save that, bro.
I
Him
never
can't
said
save
it.
that.
I never said. I think he could have done. I think he could have done better, even if him reached the ball and it did tip off.
tip
I
off
just
five
think
finger,
him.
exactly.
I don't think, and I'm
I
not.
think him
I'm not
dive
That
with
is
the
saying
wrong
you.
it's
hand.
him fault. Wide scoring. I
But
just feel like
that's
there
you saying him
was.
can save it though.
Not necessarily.
If you say him for tip it, that's you saying him
No,
can
I
no,
save
I
it.
reckon, I
said
reckon we
him
can,
don't even reach the ball, bro.
bro. I reckon that Pickford could have saved that.
Move your ass. Pickford with film shot
Him
and
could
them.
have do better.
No, bro.
Him
Pickford could
could
have
have do
saved that.
better, bro.
Pickford not
Him
save
could
that.
have do better, bro.
Pickford
Him
could
could
have
have do
saved that.
better.
Pickford not save
Him
that.
could have probably get to the ball. Another thing was positioning as well, because for me, he was way too far. He was way too far left in the goal. Like because think about it. At that position, worst case, you want to be in the middle of the goal, because at best the man can put in an early cross, which somebody run into, and then you either you stretch one side or the other. But I think the positioning was poor, and I also feel like just to not do better with getting to the ball. But it was a great goal nonetheless. And as I said before, I blame Sanchez. I'm blaming Estevao,
Yeah,
because he
because
lose the
somebody have
ball.
in the
He lose the
midfield
ball.
now.
Yeah,
Is
Estevao
is
lose the
Estevao lose
ball.
the ball on the wing? I
Yeah,
think he
look
was
like
trying
when
to
pick up
flick.
himself after.
He
Look
was
when
trying
pick
to
up.
flick the ball to João Pedro, I think.
Yo,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
despite not getting a goal or assist as well, Dilap played a good game. As I said it
Yeah, they
last
lock.
week.
But that
I
cry for
said
him
it
score.
last. Yeah, I said it last week, and I'll say it again. Chelsea's production is going to have to come from a lot of places, because if you get what Ipswich got from Dilap last year, you count yourself lucky.
Um,
Because how it like the touch them him like to kill the ball. I think he's for Enzo goal. How him touch the ball for Estevao to just take it right after and run at the defender. And he did it so many other times in the game. I think one time they do it with João Pedro, and the ball literally just gets stuck on the João Pedro foot. Like I think he's developing. And I said it on the live. I don't know if it was on the live or I was talking to you guys. I said I feel like he does a lot of the stuff that people give Jackson a lot of credit for. But at the end of the day, even if he does them at a little bit of a lower level, he's at least his non-lack of confidence in front of the goal, to me, makes him the better player to have up there. Because at least you have a striker who seems to have some sort of confidence when he go in front of the goal. You aren't clutching your fist when you see him in front of the goal, because like you expect him to miss or just do something outrageous, or be offside 5 times and then score a hat trick. You get me? So that's my
Well,
take on the whole entire team's performance.
I mean, as I said, Chelsea overall it was a decent performance. You see me? I not think them do anything outrageous. I just think West Ham were really, really, really shit,
really
bro.
shit.
Like,
Yeah, that is true. But I'm probably
um,
making a performance at 7 though. As I said, I think it was that bad as how not pray.
oh, Chelsea.
Yeah, but I give them a 7.
I mean, you score 5 goals, 7 is fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Arsenal 5-0.
And
Arsenal and
next
that
team will
team.
never play shit, but yet still
Well,
a Leeds never play. Yes. Yes to
well,
box.
but I don't think Leeds play as bad as West Ham though. As much as Arsenal score 5 goals, I don't think Leeds play as bad as West Ham
But
though.
as West Ham, yeah, yeah, yeah.
To be Gyokeres with that double. Gyokeres leading goal scorer in the league right now. I saw.
No?
And a
No?
two goal and
What?
a 2 goal I balance. And a
Alan
two
have
goal
two
I
You
goal
mean
too.
balance.
you mean joint you mean joint top goal scorer?
Yeah.
Giant,
I
Alan have
mean
two
I
goal
mean
too.
I mean congrats to him, I guess, for being the top goal scorer. Is another trophy that we're going to get Arsenal. Match day 2 top goal scorer.
Yeah, because Arsenal
Uh
full of trophies lately, you know.
Timbado also leading top goal scorer. 2 goal on the balance I did too as well.
So the fact that them have 2 top goal scorer means
So
to
you
them
have
get the
two top
match
goal
day 2
scorer.
top goal scorer award. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Calafiori with 2 assists on the day as well. Odegaard and Saka come off with an injury, unfortunately for
Injury.
Arsenal. You see me? Speedy recovery for them too, Monday. But overall, Arsenal on the day were uh, like them do what them supposed to do. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Now gonna take on the fact
Leeds
that them
score
score
5
5
goals.
goals.
Yeah, you can't do that. The shout out to the youngster will come on, the 15-year-old. Come on and play some ball, win a penalty, which for me was not a penalty, but I mean,
I do want to quickly, before we even shift focus, I do want to highlight 2 things. I did say that I think as soon as Jack Grealish stepped into the Manchester, into Everton's team, he would make a difference, and that he did.
Today,
I
yeah.
also want to talk about how um Burnley beat Sunderland.
Bro,
Sunderland
well, no man, well,
who
where I'm gonna put
who
it?
Sunderland who scored 4 goals last week, and all I could hear was
Where I'm gonna use it?
Tell them about
Telling about
Sunderland. Tell them about
Sunderland,
Sunderland.
and
Tell them
they
about
went
Sunderland
and
now. What?
lost.
Tell them about
Yeah, talk
Sunderland.
to me about
Bro,
Sunderland, bro.
Tell them
I'm
about
telling you
Sunderland.
guys, I am telling you guys. You see, when two side in a relegation position, two teams they expect
But
to be of the same ilk.
but I told you that those games were going to be regulation 6 pointers, and I told you that Burnley was going to win.
Burnley, I
They
go
went to Turf Moor
that,
and
but
they beat
this
them
the thing is,
not by
the
one
thing is,
but by two.
the thing is,
Where was Sunderland should have saved two of
the,
them goals from
but
last week for this week.
first of all, the man them play Sunderland at them yard. Next, when them go down at Sunderland yard, a different thing.
All right,
Anyway,
well,
as me I say,
we
bro,
will
you see
see,
them
bro.
type of game there. You see them type of game there, we not judge them off of them type of game there. You see we see when them reach up at the Everton them and them side there, at them time they will judge Sunderland. You
And
see
not
me?
to shift
So
All
from
right, cool.
Everton. Good game, Jack
just go
Grealish.
and hold it down for now. You see me? But yeah,
Yeah, good game by Grealish and
Grealish,
a quite James Garner, Everton product. What
Ghana,
a
yeah.
strike! What
bro,
a
What a
but
strike for that
you know
second
his
say
goal.
first
you,
goal.
you know
The
say
first
on
Yeah,
manners though. We are talking about Arsenal and not going on something different.
because what left for top, bro? Like why we
Bro,
are talk
no
about
manners in bro.
made up trophies FC, bro? Like they get the Wisa and Eze trophy. I think yeah, see somebody say it dog. Like
them have the
none of this
100
talk
game, them
about,
have the
bro.
1000 days beating all top 16 trophies. Guy.
Yeah,
Um, but Gyokeres though, what wanna feel about Gyokeres as like, cause I was not impressed by his performance.
I think he
Him do
struggles.
okay, but I was not impressed. You see me?
I this thing we have float around him now, similar to what you say, I just feel like say, cause I remember Haaland like up in first season with City. And I'm not gonna say Gyokeres gonna score the same amount of goals. But I just feel like something similar to that gonna happen until him get the seasoning with the team for next season. So I feel like but still feel like he's going to have a 15 to 17 goal in the Premier League this season. And I not think the Arsenal fans and how much from the last 3 seasons ago, me I look on football. I don't feel like it bother me that much whether or not if him really because on my side I play for.
Me personally, I feel like I'm gonna be a small team bully, which nothing is wrong with. When you're a
Yeah, I
striker,
feel that too.
I mean, Arsenal was dropping points against us. I get dropping points against teams that they should have beaten. So it better and beat up the small team. Then
yeah,
I rather him
nothing
be
is
a
wrong with.
small team bully, and we get all the points we need to get from the small teams. Because Arsenal, I mean, again, them have to beat the top 16 them trophy. So if them can keep that trophy, and then have somebody for beat up the small team them, then this year might be them year. 'Cause, every year are this year the year. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
them have that trophy there too every year. The this year trophy.
This year
Um,
trophy.
on Gyokeres though, I feel like he definitely struggles to get involved in the game, but I don't think that's as a result of him. I
No,
think it's
yeah,
just how they
think,
play. I
yeah.
think it's how they play. I think he took one shot in the first half. Um, I just think that's how they play. They don't do well at getting the striker involved, especially since they're used to a striker who uh, who
It,
comes to the
comes
ball.
deep. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the second him did get the ball in some open space, whether it was questionable defending or not, he showed what he will do every single time he get the ball in space. He's going to attack the defense. And while it was definitely questionable defending, and maybe even question, I mean, I'll always say getting beat at your near post is
Sue drop the
questionable,
link Ireland.
regardless. I'll always say getting beat at your near post is questionable, but I mean,
No, that was bad keeping, bro.
I think it was a quality finish regardless.
That was
It
bad
I
was a
don't
keeping,
quality
bro.
finish calamity. I
I
feel
think it
It
like
was
was
a
a
quality
decent
finish.
finish, but I think it was bad
I think it
keeping,
was
bro.
a quality
It
finish.
wasn't even directly in the corner. I think it was bad keeping, bro.
I mean, you getting beat at your near post is bad keeping regardless, but I think it was a quality finish nonetheless. And I mean, you step up and you take the penalty and you score. I mean, another man step up and take the penalty and sky it today. So obviously it's not that easy. So I mean, him go to the spot and him put the ball in the back
I
of the
never.
net, and you have to give
Yo,
him,
what wrong
you
with that
have to
youth?
give him, you have to give him some credit for that.
Yo,
You
the
know,
youth, yeah. Youth, yeah.
him,
Youth are sneaky. You know, you're part, but too much.
him do what him have to do, and I mean, I have to give him credit for that. He did his job.
All right.
Um,
Joint top goal scorer in the Premier League, by the way.
By the way,
yeah, man,
yeah.
Mm.
we're gonna touch upon the city, and then me I send out the link. So
Send out the link. If
me
the
just
last thing.
want get off the topic them first. So when the man them come up, them can just talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Cause we know if
So
you're sure if as well when them come up, we still have to go back into somebody's games then.
exactly, that's why I want get off them first, and then we can just talk about anything they want
And
to talk
Jav
about.
was who touch upon Rodrigo.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
can't forget that. Anyway, um, Manchester City, and then Manchester City 2-0 to Tottenham 2-0 to Manchester City. What may I say that? Spurs 2-0 over Manchester City. A scoreline I feel like everybody probably expected. Even City fans them probably expected to lose. Like me never really hear no City fan puff out them chest and I say, oh, we're gonna beat Spurs, blah blah blah. But this is a typical scoreline for Manchester City
The
and
citizens.
Spurs. Yes, however, this that is no excuse for how Manchester City actually played on the day though. Because bro, that I feel like the midfield, the ingenuity in the midfield was lacking. Like Gonzalez,
Rangers, Turkey.
Reinders, Cherky, the three of them, play like shit. The three of them never make one. You see me? Then him go end up put on Bernardo Silva, him come on
Joe
and him do
Burst.
nothing as well. So honestly, bro, City, I don't know if it's a Spurs thing whenever City see Spurs is like a blood in the water for Spurs or what, I don't know, bro. But it like I can't understand the psychology behind it. I don't know. I really
Me,
can't understand.
me as a citizen, me as a citizen really don't understand it either. But at this point, I just come to accept, say, a promisable can change, and that doesn't mean say if we book Spurs in the them Champion League final, we're supposed to give them it like as a Manchester United did. But we need, I think at this point, as I said, bro, like on something where we expect is a typical scoreline, and we're just glad that Jav doesn't ask for the question this week of how was Bernardo Silva today, because him already know the answer to that. Glad they don't ask me it. Yeah, so for the game
think
itself
you would
though,
happy say him never started and he's still losing, and so clearly he's not the problem.
he played and he did shit. If him they come on and even score one, that's a tattoo. You see?
Can't blame him for pass the ball back when and I did under two when him come on and display. So
Anyway, so yeah, in terms as a calamity point out earlier, the midfield we know the individual quality where each player has, but at the same time there was no communication, there was no connection, there was no rhythm, and I feel like Pep should have give that midfield time in a game like in a Spurs game where you as the boss know that we have to go with a game and the players them who know. Like yesterday was the one day I feel like say, yeah man, Silva should have started because Silva know this team, know this ground, know this atmosphere. You know? So yesterday that team there, that the midfielder, like, is that a midfielder that I'm upset about? But I'm upset that it isn't a midfielder know how to work with each other as yet. The back line with Rico Lewis in it, and if I ever see Rico Lewis in our next lineup, bro, I'm gonna lose it.
next week.
Yeah, overdo it, bro. 'Cause I don't feel like Rico Lewis was that big of a problem.
He
Like, it
was that,
problem
bro. He
wasn't
was,
that big
bro.
of a problem, bro. Like,
James Trafford, like, I understand the big rush and the first over him, but you need to stop behave like Edison doesn't make. Edison makes up
bro, I'm
mistakes.
glad you bring him up. Come, I forgot to talk about it. That was a red card, bro. That was a
Agree.
stone wall, concrete, cement, everything mixed up in a one red card, bro. Like that.
But the one when come out and come.
Yeah, bro. Him should have never ever get allowed if he walk back to him net and start play football again.
And
That was
I
a
agree
red
with that.
card, bro. You see me?
After performance, in that Wolves game where me and Jav did give that hype, Like I understand, say yes, indeed. Him never did. Him never. I'm not gonna say him seem nervous. It just that one point where him passed that ball right there, where a very bad pass. But you know, like I feel like say yo, we
Yeah,
kind of
that was
love pan out.
Onana. That was Onana-esque. Like,
Yes, yeah, that was Onan. That was Sanchez and Onanes, like honestly. So, but for the game as a calamity, say bro, like we can't really, if we go plan to play upon any point fingers upon anybody and say yeah, if you have a good game, I probably like I ain't no worry, I probably Oscar Bob. You know,
I ain't never
everybody
played
else.
Oscar
20
Bob.
minutes, bro.
Oscar Bob.
Yeah, bro. Bob.
Yeah,
Bob.
Bob.
Alan.
Alan wasn't bad, he wasn't good either.
Alan
Like
was Alan wasn't bad. But him did probably for me create on the best chance of the game.
best chance, yes.
When him slip that ball through to Marmoush. You know enough man never know say Alan have that name locker. So when him slip in that ball, me I say, hey, Tato, remember what I say? You see me? But good ball by Alan. Marmoush should definitely score. Marmoush get a few other chances. What? Ireland though. Hold on there. I'm so share the link. I don't know where you're talking about a red card that you know. Anyway. Bob definitely something the best player. But we need to talk about Tottenham, because Tottenham again, I mean, I think Tottenham were outrageously good. But one thing when I think Tottenham do against City, and when I think you always have to do when you play City, is win the second ball them. And Tottenham were at it at every single loose ball where the
Every
man them win
cross.
everything, anything we drop, a food.
A
You see
food.
me? So
Blood
shout
in the
out to
water.
Tottenham for that, and Thomas Frank have the man them. I don't know, like him probably already did have the player them for fit name system, because them seem to be doing great. To be
Yeah,
honest,
Paulino and Denton Core fit really well, look really good right there. Sarr in front of them, like a ball. They talk about him last week, and he think that we me and Calamity disagree with him, but I think it's a case where you know when a ball and you mention, and you know you already like gas this player already in your mind, you have him as this type of player, so you don't really have to agree with the situation because you know where you are to feel about him. So
but I
Sarr was
still not
really good.
necessarily feel like him gonna play in the midfield though. I still feel like say, if Kulusevski come back, Kulusevski I go play as an attacking midfielder, because that's not Sar's best position. So I go put Kulusevski there. And if Bentancur is fit, he's their best number 8 in my opinion. So
why
I
we
still
talk
feel
about
like
him
say
like him not playing as a 10 right now anyway?
yeah, him pick up that inside that pocket inside.
Yeah, but it's not for the purposes of being a creative midfielder.
I know.
It's because Paulina can't play any higher on the field, and Bentancur is not an extremely mobile player. Like
Yeah, I know.
Sarr is the most mobile player in the midfield,
But
and he's
that's what I say.
probably their most integral player. Like he's literally him and Richarlison are the most Thomas Frank players in that team.
Oh, shout out to Richie as well. Yes, I mean,
Yeah,
Richie had a very good game
Richie
for
play a
me.
very good game.
I feel like Richie was man of the match in my opinion. Like
Jet Spence as well play quite a good game too as well. Spence.
and the two centre back them, Tottenham two centre back them.
Yeah.
You see me?
Vicky
From
Van der Ven
Romero
and
and Van der
Romero.
Ven. One thing I do feel like say City kinda a lack in this lineup anyway was pace. Like them Marmoush one and few time him end up beat Poro, but overall the pace was not there in the front line. So couple times I see Bob get way, and then even Romero could have run down Bob, and Romero is not particularly fast. You see me? So I feel like they were lacking a bit of pace. Daku come on and never really change it either, but I feel like Daku never that bad when him come on, but he never really
Never
changed
that bad. Daku nor Foden never that bad when them come on, to be honest. But at that point, I think that Tottenham allow City to say, all right,
Yeah.
make them have the ball,
You hold the
and when
ball,
them
yeah,
really
yeah,
go
yeah,
focus
Yeah,
on
because you're not gonna beat me. So
so we not try to square the ball, I mean, because that's the biggest goal threat of making Alan get it. And that's a where we miss a type of player where I go kick it from outside of the box. You know, like we're not getting inside for reach Alan, and that's why we always blame Alan too as well. He's not the type of striker where you might be Zlatan or the Aguero or the Schwarzenegger about him to get the ball, for come for the ball on top, turn and try a crack. You know, like for just try to be a player with more things to your game than for just wait for the ball in the box. You know, but
I feel like that's a Pep thing though.
It's a Pep thing, exactly. And as I say, my bypass, I think I kind of can see through all of that right now in terms of, you know, how much more we get to watch football and the knowledge get to go grow. So I just guess that it was a bad day for game for City, and yeah.
All right.
I'm not with this whole Ducko needs to start things. Did we forget his performance last week?
No, we never say we need to start. Nobody
The
say
No,
comments
not
matter.
you, not
Comments matter.
no,
oh,
just somebody say like did we forget his performance and his bro, if I could play Daku every 5 games, he might be the best player in the Premier League. Like if I could start him have
yeah.
a good performance, and my shadow start him. Like I make him play, but not on like this field. Like him play on the training field, and him get out the garbage, and then him come back again.
Come back, yeah.
He might
So
be the
play
best
every
player
other
on the
five
team.
game.
Yeah, bro. But this no shot. I don't. The fact that Jeremy Doku still have, and is I always see people say we need to, so it's suggesting me that the City fans. The fact that Jeremy Doku still have City fans strict into playing a good game, and then him needing to play the next game, or for example, the team needing pace and he's the solution all of a sudden. His problem was never that he was slow.
Yeah.
His problem is when he gets the ball, what does he do with that pace?
No output.
There's
No,
no
output like yeah,
output.
after the PS, after the dribble,
So
after Hardy,
yeah,
what you
and
do?
then we also need to stop pretending like he's the silkiest dribbler in sport as well. Like he's
As well,
not.
yeah.
No, it's not. No, that's not the point though. He's effective. He gets
He's
past the
effect.
man, and
Cause
that's the
the thing
point.
is,
Him
I
right,
remember
but
the
he's
Liverpool
not
game.
I don't think Daku has the dribbling, and I'm not saying
Backup.
him can't get past him, but like I think Tato did reference it last night with like Kudus and how him go about dribbling the ball
Mm-hmm.
versus like it could put it this way, Kudus dribbling is silky.
Silky, yeah.
Um it and it's still effective,
Mm-hmm.
whereas a lot of Daku's dribbling is dependent on him ability to do boom. And he makes explosive, I suppose. I
Yeah.
But
just I don't think that because City needed pace, Jeremy Doku was a
He will
solution.
art. He will maybe complete dribbles. You know, like beating players them. Because remember in that Liverpool game, he beat Trent 12 times. But after beating Trent 12 times, what did you do after? What which assists you get from it? Which goals you get from it? What effectiveness after you beat a player? What you do with all of it after? And that man always have a big problem with him. Like the biggest game from Jeremy Daku is the game against Bournemouth, I think last season, when we win mostly what? No, season before last, when we win 5-1 or 4-1, and after that it's just it that. I can't remember a big game from Jeremy Daku.
Joel, welcome to the live, Joel.
Yeah, man.
Remember Brown, what name again? Orlando Brown.
Orlando.
If you're still in that, if you're still there.
Let me
Orlando soon pop
just
up, man.
let me just say about with father real quick, because Spurs are with daddy, at this point. Let me tell you this. You see the game itself. I wake up when out of my good sleep, pray before me get up here and say, God, me know so we are gonna lose, but don't make it another battering like a 4-0. God answer my prayers and him cut it down in a half. A two wicket. Enough so bad. Enough so bad. But here's my issue. The starting lineup was not bad. I always say it not bad. Me personally would have put Marmoush as a second striker and make him play behind Haaland. And put Cherky on the right because he play right wing for Leon. And put Bob on the left.
Above on the list.
Yes, Bob
Sound
is
like a bad
naturally
idea.
as is a natural left winger by choice. And Doku is a right winger. So me no know why Pep always a playing on the left when him no good pan. But
Is Doku alright? Yeah.
yes, he was a right winger at Lens, and
Yeah, man,
Savino is
all right, in play.
and Savino is the left winger. This inverted thing where Pepper tried to, I don't see it. Every time Savino play good on the left, and Doku play somewhat better on the right, cause at that them natural position. Anyway, the lineup wasn't bad. Me if he said that them should have go forward because again, the midfield issue. I I agree with Pep when he say it's a lack of communication. It's like the team not understand each other in the midfield area. So we lose that battle there against Spurs. We can see it in the match. We did lose that battle there. The defense now. Me not go pan you Ruben Diaz case yet. Me not go pan him case yet. Me not go pan Ruben Diaz case yet. for Rico, me not really go upon him, too hard. Pause. Me think say the fact say the midfield lack chemistry. That's why him always a caught out of position. Because Rico always a play inverted when he will play with Ake. Because Ake formulate that flat center back three there. And sometimes Ake did a push too high. And that's so Kudus, they have him as food. That's food. Kudus cook him the whole time. The whole time. After I take off Nouri. Nouri was our best defender after I come off. Stones. Only thing me can blame Stones for is not for Conk Ruben in our head. Because Stones are trying hard to help Ruben. Ruben not do nothing, bro. Me not go back on Ruben case yet. Trafford. Me believe it's a red card.
Away, Orlando gone. We are telling me saying a red card. Orlando, find yourself back up here, so.
I believe it's a red card.
Yes.
I believe it's a red card.
No,
It is a red
more hear from Orlando. Orlando, you say it's not a red card. Why you don't believe that is a red card, Orlando?
Why am I say it's not a red card? Now you by the way?
Yeah.
Why am I say it's not a red card is he might go for the ball, right? And he never go in to hurt the player basically. The ball he might go after. Yeah, me know say him jump up, but when a goalkeeper go for a ball, them not protect themselves. Because remember say the two players them go for the ball, and they hit up in each other. So him now going for hurt the player, Him not going and bring up his foot, like bring up his studs and then things they are showing, bro. That's why I say it's not a red card.
But
Bro.
Orlando,
It's not a red card.
Orlando, intent is irrelevant in red card situations.
Yeah, but
intent is irrelevant.
But you cannot give. You know what he said? Nobody not
It's a
protest
red
about
card.
that. No, nobody.
What do you mean?
Nobody never protest about it.
So because them never protest on a red card?
No.
Not even
Orlando,
the player. Not even the player.
Orlando,
Bro.
let me tell you this.
Not
If
even
I
player.
had a result around if City they win 2-0
No.
and that tackle was given by Trafford,
It's not a
everybody
red
in
card,
the
bro.
media.
It's not a red card.
That's
It's
a
not
red card, bro.
card.
First of
It's not a
all,
red card.
first of all, him come out and box and you are saying him for protect
Yeah,
himself.
all-time
Hold on,
box,
Of
bro.
course, you protect yourself.
Hold on, you are saying for protect himself as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That they say that protection. You see, once him come out of the box, him lose that. Him lose
But
that element.
it no matter.
So one,
it no matter, bro.
him lose that element of protection because him out of the box. Two, him take out the player with him knee, and three, him hands the ball outside of the box. Them
Who hands the ball?
them excuse
Who hands
them.
the ball?
What do you mean who hands the ball?
Who
The man
hands the ball?
literally hand the ball outside of the
No,
box.
bro.
Him hand it
Out of the
apart
box,
from him
bro.
body.
Him not hands the ball, right?
Well,
Yes, he
Outside the
did.
box. No.
Let me find the picture.
No.
Yo,
Him
send me
not
the
hands the
picture,
ball.
Joel. He
Him hands the ball.
literally
And by the way,
hands the ball outside of the
and
box.
by the way, if you understand, Sibella, the referee the man hear that. If it was a foul, it would have been a red card. If it was a handball, it would have been a red card.
What do you mean if it was a foul, it would have been a red card?
It no matter, but the referee the man hear that, brother.
So hold on. So because as City, the referee them wanna eat that. But when them do rubbish week in, week out, when them do rubbish
Brother,
week in, week out, and everybody are complaining about the
The
referee, them
decision
time they
was
don't
right.
eat that.
The decision was okay. My final decision.
No, it wasn't.
fine.
It was a red card, bro.
It was fine,
Me
bro.
have it in a presentation. You see
You
it?
have it?
It was fine, bro. Don't use no AI, brother.
And an AI.
Don't use
See
no
that?
AI, brother. Me
You
no want
out
to
of the
cannot
box.
do that,
Which
bro.
part? Who hands the ball? Which
You
part?
cannot
hands the
do
ball?
that.
in a box, a red card that kind of in a fin
You
box.
cannot do that, bro. That's a
Red
red
card.
card.
On the tackle, bro. That's a red, bro.
I know
It
red
is
card.
a red, bro.
No.
Lando
I don't
Seaman
agree.
in Manchester, you know.
I don't agree with that. I don't
Bro,
agree with that.
I'm-
So
Bro,
wait,
I'm-
I don't agree with that. That is not a red card to me.
No, look panic
Wait,
code, bro.
you can hear me?
Yeah, man, we can hear.
yeah.
Okay.
Look
Bro,
panic.
I'm sorry, say
That's not a red card.
because honestly, because I copyright, we can't play the video, but him literally hands the ball as well.
Bro,
So
alright, you want me to say something?
That is a Stonewall red card though.
You want me to say something to you? You want me to say something to you?
Alright.
You know when him put up in foot, you know who went up in their foot? Of course, I could stop it, make you run up in their foot. And you go and like say the man put up
bro,
in
it's
foot.
momentum. You're not going to be able
It
to
no
stop.
matter, brother. It no
You
matter.
can't stop.
The man put up in
London,
foot.
Man, them big up on yourself.
Hold
The
on,
man
big
the
up
man
yourself.
put up in foot.
Hold on.
You're making an
Hold on,
excuse
hold
for
on.
him. You're making an excuse for him high kneeing somebody in the chest.
Hold on,
That's
Lando.
ridiculous, bro.
Lando.
I know it.
He could Lando. It could
No.
have deliberately or not.
You know, it is not a red card, and I'm going to
It
stand by
is
that.
a red card.
Pass that, bro. He never get a red card, and then win the game past that. We
Bro,
can't
let me just say this, right? I remember a couple years ago when Pogba played against Arsenal and it was like a loose ball and him a stretch feet. There was no intent in terms of harming Bellerin.
Intent is irrelevant, bro.
There was no intent of harming Bellerin. It's just
I just the rules, bro. I saw it go.
Bro, we passed that already.
Intent is irrelevant because remember when Son broke Andre Gomez's leg. Intent is irrelevant. It never mean for broke him leg. Intent is irrelevant in red card situations, bro.
You red card, bro.
That's not a red card. I'm gonna stand by that. We have important things to about.
Bro,
I mean,
Red card.
If you say yellow card, I would understand, but that's not a red
red
card.
card, bro.
No.
based on the
That's
rules
not
of the
a-
game, it's red though,
That's
right?
not a red card.
It's a red card, bro.
The keeper handling the ball outside of the
So
box is
hold
red.
on. So hold on, Lando, what can make it yellow and not make it red? Because you say it could have been a red card, though.
If the
You
man
say
didn't get
it
yellow
was a
card,
yellow
I'm
card,
gonna
and
business.
okay with it. So why it can be yellow and not be red?
yo,
Yeah.
I which team Orlando support, by the way.
It doesn't matter which
City.
team I support.
That's
No,
it,
please,
me.
no, tell me
It
because
doesn't
I feel
matter. It
like
doesn't
City,
matter.
City man support City.
It doesn't matter. It
City-
doesn't matter which
I
who
feel
we
like say the
support.
mindset of certain fans always tell me
Surprise,
who they are
surprise.
first. You get me? I
No.
say, yes,
no.
bro.
Because look here.
Honestly.
Look here. Me go say this.
Okay.
Me no bias when it comes to certain things. I me go say the man put up me nah be bias. Me nah be bias.
So Alan, let me ask you this: if I was a goalkeeper and I rush out of my 18 with my knee in that manner and basically in your chest with my
Oh,
knee,
jump.
that's not a red,
Wait. Our goalkeeper jump for the ball.
bro.
Lando,
We're
hold
not
on.
talking about we're not talking about a corner kick where a keeper is leading
It
with
no
a knee
matter.
kind of.
It no matter. Our goalkeeper jump for the ball.
Alright.
Hold
He's
on,
not in the
Lando,
box.
question.
He
It no
doesn't
matter
have the
who in that
same
box.
privilege. He doesn't have the same privilege. He's not in the box.
It no matter.
No,
Hold on,
it
Lando,
is.
question. If it was the other way around and it was Vicar, you do that. You'll still say on a red card.
Not a red card. Nope. Not
You
a
know,
red
say
card.
it actually touching Anto.
I
Not a
told
red
you
card.
that. Him hands
It
the
touch
ball,
it.
bro.
What is the handball, bro? The man
Let me
put out
show
his
you.
hand and hands the ball.
Yeah, he touch him on. Let me show you.
No, him touch it hand. Me not tell what him touch it hand. Him put out his hand for hands the ball.
It no matter what.
It doesn't matter if
What
you
is a
put out
Bro,
the
if
ball
your
in the
hands is a
ball.
handball?
part of your body, if your hand up away from your
The
body,
man
that's a
hand
handball.
no, the man never
See there?
outside.
See the camera me send it.
The
Hey,
man
picture, see
hand.
there?
Bro,
The man not even stretch. The man
bro,
the
his
man
hand is
not
away
even stretch.
from his body, bro.
No,
Let's
the
move
man
on.
not even stretch. The man not even stretch.
Literally.
Bro, you're so deluded, bro.
I
His
mean,
hand is
to
away from
continue,
his body, bro.
to let me just say, to continue arguing this is literally to deny reality, and it does not make no sense for you to continue this anymore.
It don't make no sense. It don't make no, move on. No make no sense. We have important things to talk about. That is that is.
Kish, you have anything where I want to bring across the table?
And I don't care. He's not going to be the number one for Manchester City anyway. He's not going to be the number one.
Yeah,
I think people just to go to
Is Donnarumma going to be the number one? Nobody.
no,
He's
I
not
think
going to be the number one.
Trafford have the
But
potential to be good
Diego Man,
enough.
they're gonna need another still.
I don't
Trafford
care what
have
people want to say. Edison is finished. He needs to go.
see, remember, City are built for the future. When you have a goalkeeper like Donnarumma and you have the opportunity to get him, you don't miss out. You know, so
I think Edison is finished. He needs to go right now. I cannot be too much foolishness.
I just
But
a couple mid.
let me say this,
yeah.
pertaining to this City team, bro. You know, obviously Tottenham been have City ticket for quite some time now, but
Yep.
you know, but I talked to somebody today and I say, you know, Tottenham can have this thing where them start off good, like almost every season, have a good run of games. Even under like noon at one point, they win like them couple first game and them thing there. So I'm really surprised that them beat
And
City.
I think I said to Tatu I say it to him and say, yo, it's me feel City for us lose right now. Me could see who make the foolishness then because that side they got not even set yet. We not even know strongest 11. Is it? And
We say we didn't forget you last season.
No, brother, we're not going to that again.
Another Tatu, another me I tell you what you know. Lose but from now. Lose the game then from now.
How much games you plan for lose?
More lose at least 2 for the serious border side.
Bro,
man.
that's all the first me ever hear that. So a
Yeah,
fan want to lose game.
But Lando, we losing today don't show what the problem in the side already.
No man, but remember say Pep don't know him strong start level yet, you know, because remember say the transfer window still open. That is one. The transfer window is still open. business are still to be done because
Bro, a couple
Edison are
days
going to
left.
Yeah, right now, big man thing to be honest, bro. To be honest, the only thing I feel like City need right now to me is a right back.
That's it.
Is a right back. Big
We
man
have
thing.
I know, so we don't
I
need
feel
a
like
right back.
every other position of the squad that we kind of alright.
We know,
Even
so,
if
you know, in my
even keep it
opinion,
was still alright to me.
in my
Can we feel like
opinion,
just get off for the one season and see the quality
Trafford,
player is.
Trafford is not ready to be my number one goalkeeper to win trophies right now.
Bro, so you want going at the season with Rico Lewis as your right back and you're not just Trafford?
No, you know who would make starter right back?
Who?
The China youth, whatever, Japan, whatever we come from.
Who's on?
Kusanov is a centre
Yes.
back. I am to start over Ruben.
No,
Point
sir.
three. I am to start over.
Houston can play right back. A right back, he man play for
You
national
see
team.
play right back?
For national team.
You see play right back.
A
You
right
watch
back, he play for
much match.
Uzbekistan has that. Uzbekistan at that.
What?
He will come for something.
You never know, say man play right back for national team.
How much match you
Uzbekistan.
watch? How much match you watch my right back?
Hold on. Lando. Even if you
Uzbekistan
say
or
we could use him,
Kazakhstan. One or two.
hold on. Even if I say if you use him a right back, you still cannot use him as a permanent play at right back.
Bro.
You still
Exactly.
need somebody else. You
Bro.
still need a right back for coming in and do the job. Right now, I feel like
Me tell Tattoo there. Me feel like me need City need to go back to the Chelsea season like formation.
Nope.
Yeah man.
You
Go
know
back
see
to
that find out, bro?
You know find out, bro. You don't find out. We just want legs, bro. And we have the legs to do the formation. Is it? We can use it back.
Liverpool would be a good player, man.
I made an assessment last night, so me just wait for December to see if what me say make sense.
What you say?
Really and truly, I'm thinking that Pep time of Man City is over.
Him can do what?
I think
Time of Man City is
Pep's time
over.
at Man City is
No,
over.
but
And probably
You
a chance to
can't
take up
like
the
that
national
because
team.
Yeah, you did say that last night. For
Let me
sure.
just say this. I don't think people should have the right to talk about when Pep time is over at City.
Brother,
Pep decide that.
Nobody decides that.
brother, Pep Guardiola.
I mean, we're not deciding that, right? We're making,
that's
we're
an
formulating
opinion.
an opinion based on what we see.
hold on, question.
Even formulating that opinion, I think is disrespectful.
Hold on, a
Stop your
question.
foolishness, brother.
How
This is
so?
football.
How
This
is
is
how is
football.
that
This
That's
man
what
father citizen.
football run off opinion, bro. What do you mean?
how is that
From
disrespectful? That's so weird.
Ignore that. No
From
continue.
forward, him a go on good, and the fact say man have a bad season last season. I have
Bro,
a little thing.
Can I say something, bros? Can I say something?
I expect it to continue.
Yeah,
Can I
make
say
Malo,
something?
make Malo finish. Make Malo finish.
All right, Malo, go on.
I expect this season to be difficult like last season for Pep Guardiola. I feel like his tactics are now being countered easily by other teams, and it's not gonna be a walk in the park for Pep. I feel like by January they'll be maybe top 4, probably 5th. And then what? What are we gonna say?
That's a bold assumption, but yeah.
It is, but
Malo, let me tell you this. From DI Kingdom come from day one, City weakness a counter attack. So this highline pressing is nothing new to us. Yes,
Can-
we've learned about
it's
it.
not only things that can go.
Can I say something? And this is
And once a team set up correctly, City can break them down.
Marlo, I'm gonna say something. Manchester City, you know what is a Manchester City side? Most of the players them were there for long under Pep Guardiola. So basically, we need fresh players to play the system.
Bro,
It's once Pep Guardiola get the players they want to play that system, and you find out the right players them, and you find out that strong start level there, we're not going to change. It's going to be unstoppable. Me not ask her, tell me I tell you. You see?
Okay.
Every player with their City right now is a Pep Guardiola player. What do you mean?
All right.
I mean, like, yeah.
Turkey,
Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
Turkey don't understand the system.
Who says so?
Turkey don't understand the system. Why? Because you notice when Turkey have the ball, they might lose it so easily.
Bro,
I mean, a bunch of players was being dispossessed yesterday easily.
Mamouche, no, him not understand it either as yet because.
So hold on, you don't feel like say I play the man them just not play them supposed to play.
Oh,
Cherky them.
Cherky
Cherky
plays
Benedict
a
not
Dodd.
number
do
10.
what
Cherky
they
is a number
supposed
10
to.
and Cherky plays a number 10 as well.
Calamity, how much game Ghana season so far?
2.
2.
2.
Like the man them play so great, so fantastic against Wolves. Everybody understand it them time, but when they no lose to Tottenham, nobody
That's why
understand
I
this.
say yo.
Well,
That's why
well,
I say yo.
well,
Give the
Academy.
man time, bro. Give the
Well,
man time
Academy.
until Pep find out the man. Until Pep find out him strongest side, and everybody in a gel together. Then you go see the difference, brother.
But I can agree upon in Orlando. Yes, he should have bought in these players earlier. That's my issue. He should have rebuilt France starting after treble winning season. He did not.
But
The
we
man,
point out, but we know that, and the side and the club know that. So they make a mistake. It's a big mistake they make, but them know.
More push past City a little bit.
We forgot for Calamity. City fans, yo, yo, them man are different, bro.
No,
I
not
swear.
City fans. Some of the City fans. Those are City fans. Some of
Yeah.
them.
so,
More push past that a little bit now. Rodrigo, Real Madrid player today.
Yeah,
And
Roger Bombo, nah. Yeah.
Rodrigo,
Yeah.
Rodrigo finally get a start on his side, and honestly, I don't think his performance was that good. Probably him, what his name? What he coach name? Xabi Alonso. Probably Xabi Alonso look upon it and I say, well, that's the reason why I never start. Him a playing in favored position. Him same one play left wing.
him
He
need that
was
bad though.
he was I don't think
Yeah,
he was bad, but
I'm
he
just
was
gonna buy
average.
thought.
It was an average performance from Rodrigo. And then Pantapa, for make matters worse, Vinicius Jr. on the bench came on goal and assist to kill it off. Rodrigo, it's not looking too good for Rodrigo in my opinion.
About you take all of that. Oh, you as an individual were so much praise this like of Rodrigo, and me as well praise him too. Think him is a fabulous player. May I always agree say yo, I think him more technical gifted than Vinicius. But we can do agree that Vinicius is actually have a spotlight right now and have it going. As what Calamity said, talent can take you so far. But based on what has this happened today, where you have to say?
As in, well, as it relates in performance
No, just in position overall.
Just in position in everything
with
we
the
are
team.
happening right now.
Yeah, with the team.
I mean, I gave my opinion last night. As I said, I as it relates to the player staying at the club, I do think he's going to stay for the same reasons that I said before. I feel like the player probably believes that if him get the opportunities or the amount of opportunities, him can, you know, him can grab it. I don't think we played bad today, but I think him start. I didn't want to say him start the game bad because I don't think he started the game bad. I think there are things that he did within the course of the game that was very clear to me that it was a player that was almost playing for him life or feel like he was playing for him life. There were certain times within the game where when him dribble past three players, he would have normally play it to the another player and then make a run into the box or whatever, and he took a shot. I mean, he nearly scored probably 3 minutes into the game. And then had one more opportunity and target. Otherwise, it was a bunch of block shots. Created opportunity for Goulier or Franco, whichever one, to score, and never scored. And then, unfortunately for him, the player who him competing with happened to come on the field. Um, Good tackle from behind, pass the ball to Mbappe, quality finish, and then scored a
Yes.
good goal. Like
Yep.
I mean, you can troll about it and laugh or whatever as much as you want because it's funny. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's a case where he played terribly and then Vinny come on and just outshine him.
The funny
I
thing is,
think Franco
Well,
was
you know,
god awful.
you
Franco
know,
was god awful on the opposite side of the field,
yeah,
and to say anything less, I don't. He was awful. Do would I sit down and talk about it for half an hour? No, I won't because he's an
you
immature 18-year-old. However, Rodrigo was not the worst player on the pitch.
Nobody said he was the
yeah,
worst player. But
I
but
was just
but
painting a
but
complete picture.
given the current situation that he is, him I gonna feel like him need to prove himself at this moment in
right.
time.
Which I
yeah,
which I already said, yeah.
And that's the
you know,
thing. I feel like today played out in the worst way possible for him.
For him, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
because the
Not that
pressure, that man
he
try to
got the
prove
start,
himself and pressure depend him.
then Vinny come on, got a goal and assist, and you already know, say boy, there is argument around you probably not being guaranteed a spot in the team. So it's not really the way how Roger wants to go right now. It's going so.
yeah,
Him a go
You can see
leave, you
look of
know.
frustration on him
Yes,
face
when he
too, you
Yeah,
gets
know.
he
sub
even
was
when
off,
him get
frustrated
trouble off,
and
you see.
Believe
he
it.
was
If you
upset.
want to believe it or not, he's going to leave. If you want to believe it or not, he's going to leave.
I
So
don't really engage in
This
this
summer are
conversation
genuine.
simply because I don't know. I don't know that he's going to leave. So especially I realize
No, but
Jamaicans talk with a level of certainty when they talk about anything that they believe in. I'm not get engaged in the conversation. What I can talk about is what is in front of me. And what is in
because
front of me is he played a decent game and definitely faded as it went into the second half. Every time you saw him, he was looking to the touchline like him did almost no say yo.
He might get hooked.
He
Man
might
just come
get
off my
hooked.
field.
I,
Man,
allow me to
I
put something to Jeff afterwards. Finish it.
I think, and I also think that at one point I saw him look over his shoulder. I only saw Vinny. I don't know if Brahim was also there, but I feel like almost in him head, he was hoping, say, yo, Jano, even though my semi no one go over there, so me that go over there so for stay on the field type of thing. Brahim got up after the fact. I feel like he probably thought he was sick because Franco had to be the first substitute that came out for the field. Without a doubt in my mind, he was definitely coming out. So when I heard that Vinny was warming up, I thought to myself, well, I'm interested to see what happens now because will he go and play on the right side after the coach allegedly, again, I don't know, allegedly said that since you want to play left wing is going to be your position from now on.
Yeah,
Eventually, both of them were substituted. But I mean, as I said, yeah, it was unfortunate. The
and
explosive player came onto the field and he did what he does. When he locked into almost got himself sent off. If it wasn't for Mbappe, he probably would have been suspended for the next game. Because if the referee saw what he was saying to him when he assisted the goal, he would have get a yellow card for dissent and he would have get sent off because he already had one for diving. But
and Brahim Diaz also, for make it even worse, Brahim Diaz also come on and get an assist as well. So
Right.
what
but
you
You
that
know,
say, Paulo?
but what
no,
I wanna play.
I want to respond to what Jeff said. So Jeff said a while ago that we don't know if, well, he doesn't know whether or not is gonna leave. Now, if we are gonna be technical about it or pedantic about it, then none of us literally know, right? But if
that's the
we were
point
to
I'm
take
trying to make.
Right, but if we were to take everything into consideration from the Club World Cup up until now, ever since Xabi Alonso has been there, and all the arguments surrounding his uncertainty of his future, right? If we were to take all of these things as evidence, and now today, we were wondering if he can go start or not. He can get the start. His performance was average, and then in counterparts come on and produce. Now, with all of that considered, I mean, you can use a performance opinion or make an assumption. Say, boy,
I can
it,
assume that he
it
won't
is
get a
it
lot of
is
game time, but
it
I
is
can't
more
assume
than
that he's
likely
gonna
that
leave.
he might be up for a transfer, right? It's not gonna be a case where you go say, okay, I don't know, but everything is
I
pointing to him being transferred.
I
Mm-hmm.
cannot use a performance to dictate whether a player is going to get
But
transferred or not.
it's not only a performance, right?
I can use the performance to dictate whether he's going to get minutes or not. And it would suggest to me the
but Jeff,
performance and the action and the past would have suggested to me
but
that
Jeff,
he's not going to get a lot
his
of minutes. But there's
his
one
agent
team that can buy him.
his
There's
agent
literally
is
one team out there that can buy him. And if that
two
one
team.
team,
No, three.
Two team or three team.
which two teams?
Liverpool
Um,
City. Liverpool
Liverpool
City.
is not spending 100 million on Rodrigo. So City is the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
team
Me,
that
me
can
think
buy.
that
I don't think the asking price is going to be 100 mil though.
it's
I
not
Well,
think it's
that's
not gonna be
literally
100
been
million.
But let me
the
just say this to
asking
Mala in terms
price.
of Rodrigo. I think that
That's
guy
been
is
the asking
intelligent.
price.
In terms of Rodrigo, you know, we've been through the whole summer and the transfer window almost closed. If Rodrigo felt as if there was going to be
He would
maybe
have leave
some form of
already.
limited game time or no reassurance,
He would
he
have
would
leave
have left. I
already,
believe he
bro.
would have
And
left.
that's my point.
mm,
I
That's
But the
don't
my
man
agree with
point.
agent,
that.
but the man agent
I don't
gonna
agree with
register
that.
this week. The man
Yeah.
I
playing
mean,
better
he's
than
literally
Manchester this week.
comfortable at Real Madrid. The guy has never pushed for a move in
Again,
terms of this summer
again, I
transfer
didn't
window.
see his
Being
agent
comfortable
in
don't mean
Manchester,
say
and I
you
Him
have
also
to.
did
this
not see
week, this
Yeah.
week
Fabrizio post that his agent was in
is
Manchester
is
or
go.
going to
Him not reach
Manchester.
it. This week him not
All
go.
right,
Them
so
a go.
when him reach, then we'll have this conversation. But like I said, bro, this certainty about things that I say it before, I gonna say it again. You guys will never hear me address with any confidence anything that never come from Ornstein or Fabrizio, because I don't like to
It
sound like a fool. So
it's
until I see the agent touchdown in Manchester,
it's
not
obvious.
going to have the conversation.
It's obvious him a
At the
left,
end of
brother.
the day, at the end of the day,
Not
he
really
much
obvious, but
frustrated about his
but but,
performance,
but
and
you
that's
can
just how
make
it go.
educated opinion based on everything
Yeah,
you're
I'm not
talking
saying
about.
nobody. If so, if what was said was, I feel like based on the fact in front of me that he
I
will probably leave, then that is completely different than
I
I am
think that's
sure
what
he's going
everybody's
to leave.
saying though, right?
That's
No,
not what
Orlando
Orlando
say
said.
him
That's
a
not
leave.
what Orlando
That,
said.
Okay.
but I mean, it's not looking good for Rodrigo in my opinion. I mean, I feel like
I
it's going
don't
to
think
be
so.
a
I
drop.
ain't go somewhere and look one start.
He's a quality player still. It's sad, but I think case very
Excellent
sad.
play. Excellent
But
play.
And again, I feel like Real Madrid. I I I I feel like at some point that same intelligence that Kish reference or 433 for anybody who don't know reference, that intelligence should also suggest to him at some point that, all right, if I can't get it here, where else can I get it? It's a player that can play across the front for him. Definitely don't want to play on the right team. Now gonna start up at the nine. I still don't think him he's decided on him, and I think even Chouameni, I think Chouameni is starting solely because of what I told you wasn't going to happen, by the way, Calamity. The three back thing. That's the only. Did you not say that Real Madrid was playing a three back this year?
Must say in a preseason they were
We're
playing a three
playing.
back.
Yeah, then we were
All right,
playing.
bro. The
I
point
see.
is, I think that's why Chouameni is playing. I feel like I feel like at some point I feel like him probably just feel like he might get to the point where he can try fight for him spot elsewhere. I'm not saying he's never going to leave Real Madrid. I just feel like if he was going to leave, he would have been gone by now. There would have been more noise around him leaving. The only thing you heard is that they would be interested in him. But everything else I've also seen and heard would have suggested that there is some discussion between his camp and the team's camp. And there's also some discussion between there is mutual respect on both on him and Pep's side. But right as of right now, I don't want to leave. And that's what I'm going to go with.
All
Well,
right. So, Marlon, remember last night, Calamity did actually have to make a point to your base part back on the menu thing
Oh,
with
the
Cooper,
main thing.
with the menu
Bro,
okay.
thing. Do you still hold that same argument?
The argument was
The
a
Main
being
player
spot of
favored,
a
and
player
you
being
say
out
yeah,
of
because him injury.
no with Kobe Menu.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to me, if I were I so if I were to verbalize Kobe Menu situation,
Mm.
um, so he was pretty decent for United for ever since he making debut, pretty good, some would say, and then he got about some bouts of injuries, right? No, he was playing for Amorim at the beginning. He was out for a period of time, and honestly, I feel like the midfield with Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes, they were not the worst. You understand? And I feel like that was one of the reasons why Amarim was not quick to put him back into the team. I don't think it's a case of him being out of favor because Amarim don't want to use him anymore. Nothing points to that.
All right,
No,
no,
bro.
okay,
Everything.
that's where
First of all,
I'm going to disagree.
everything points to
Baleba
that.
and Adam Wharton are the same age as this player. They play the same position as him, and the
Mm-hmm.
team is going out there trying to get this player. That does not tell me that the coach. If I have a player and I'm seeking for players in similar position or similar profiles at the same age, so you can't even play the future card. That clearly states to me, again, this is my opinion. Like I don't know for sure, as I said before, that clearly suggests to me that this man is not interested in using this player. Otherwise, he wouldn't be going out there looking for the same type of player. Can have him on the
Exactly.
bench.
Exactly.
That's a
And
fair point. That's a
and
fair point.
and
That's a fair
every
point.
Mala, every single thing points to Meno being out of favor. Meno has been back from injury since March. He has
March.
got limited game time since then, and every time that he does come on, he does pretty decent. Him even come on and score in the Olympic Leon game, and then him barely see the pitch after that.
Let me
So
just
everything
My,
points to him
again,
actually being out of favor.
let me
my,
just read
my
this to Malo. Malo, let me read this to you. So after the game, Ruben Amorim was asked about Meno. Him say
I'm just
Meno
have a talk about that now. Go on,
is in
Kish.
go
training
ahead.
at the moment. He is fighting with Bruno for that position. The man say one fight with Bruno. Bruno, bro.
What?
Ruben Amorim not
Hold
drop
that
Bruno
thought.
for you, Meno.
Hold that thought. You know. The simple fact, him say my fight against Bruno, that alone make you know say him not drop Bruno. So
But
that is
but
him saying
that helps my argument though, right?
No, it doesn't. No,
no,
let
it
me tell
doesn't.
you why it doesn't, Malo. And I said it
Molano,
before. If
dog.
there is one coach in the Premier League who he's
Never
who
get
I
it.
can't pay attention to his words, I can only pay attention to what he does is Amorim. Amorim says a lot of nothing. He will
Exactly.
never go out there and say literally what he mean.
So,
Him going try beat around the
but
But
bush.
we should not.
not
So
only
are you saying that we should not take stock in what the manager says?
no,
That's
don't do that.
literally what I
Don't
can't take stock in what he says
don't do that.
because him action speak
I
louder
I,
than
I,
words.
I don't even know how you determine that, but okay.
Because
But
of what he does.
this is what this is exactly what me and say Malo. Managers say one thing and do the next. You can't like if we say, oh, Kobe Mano, me rate Kobe Mano, him gonna get game, I'm gonna do this, do that, and you never see Kobe Mano touch a pitch. Like that is what he does in press conferences, bro. But for sure, the point where Kish make a while ago, him say he's competing against Bruno, right?
Mm.
Two him make a substitution, and what does he do? He chooses to put Mason Mount in the
Yeah.
midfield beside Bruno.
Yep.
Why the hell are you putting Mason Mount beside Bruno instead of Menu? How does Mason Mount fit that role beside Bruno instead of Menu? I do like
And
I mean,
that not compute, bro.
I mean,
mind
if
you, if a
if,
manager
if
if a manager say that Meno is competing with Bruno Fernandes, what I tell you about the player, him see Meno as a similar profile to Bruno. Maybe
And
not
that's
the exact,
ridiculous.
maybe not the exact profile, but you know, if I compete with Bruno for that position, then in basically I said there's similarities there, you know.
No, and
I see I
not
see that.
go
Go
on.
ahead.
I'm just like I said, not only that, him a make the point say he wanted to play what him say a DM beside a
I
Bruno,
was in midfielder.
but him then go put Mason Mount beside him, and then
Um.
after that him take out Mason Mount and him put on Ugarte, Manuel Ugarte that played so dog shit last week.
Mhm.
All of a sudden him deserve a chance over Menu again.
Why? Me feel say
I
the
mean,
system not suit
me
Menu, you know.
understand the standpoint, but honestly, it feels like we are viewing the situation in a black and white because because playing Manuel Guate or playing Mason Mount instead of dropping Mason Mount into the midfield instead of considering Kobe Menu, it does not for me. Those things don't automatically mean say, boy, I do not prefer to do this. I do not prefer this player over that player. You understand? For me, it could be probably what is needed in the game or what he wish to see at that moment. No. If he's gonna say something like he's competing with Bruno Fernandes, that tells me that it's a player who is gonna have a difficulty coming into the team. It's not a player that is necessarily out of favor. You
But
understand?
Bullshit.
Because
Bullshit.
the statement don't make no
Bullshit.
sense because you're going to
Bro.
say that he's competing against Bruno Fernandes,
Well, I
but
know.
yet still you're willing to put Mason Mount as a number 8
again,
beside
That's
again,
Bruno. That
Moan.
make
again,
no sense, bro.
Hold on. Bro, Malo, if Ernest
I,
lad come out in the media and say the reason why him nah go the reason why him nah see when him again
Congrats.
when him again something there from when the bad from Juventus.
Arthur,
Chiesa.
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 Even say Chiesa not player because him a fight against Salah for him game, which is where Salah is the best player in your
Yeah, he's
side.
an injury
What that
prone.
said to you?
What?
What that said to you?
Yeah, he's a kind of injury prone.
Yeah, but
No,
that's not the
take out
point
the
you're
injury
trying to
point from
make.
it. You're not get the point. The point is bro. Bruno is easily seen as the best player in Man U team. And if you're gonna tell me, say, yo, the reason why this man you're not gonna get a game because of the best player in the team, that means that you definitely don't want him for player.
So
And as
I
well,
mean,
it didn't
calamity,
say that though, right?
What do you mean?
No,
Jesus,
But
you know, say now I'm getting a
yeah,
game.
but take
It
Salah
never.
spot because after
No, but his game time will be limited. You're not going to
He's
drop
not.
Bruno Fernandes. The only time Kobe Mino
God.
comes on is
No,
unless you
Oh,
stop
Malo,
Bruno
Malo,
or you play
Malo,
a game
Malo,
where you have to rotate.
Malo,
we not
Malo,
feel like
Malo,
I
Malo.
don't
Don't
think
put
we're
it this
saying
way.
we not feel like we are far apart in our opinion on this, you know. But what I think is that
Malo, let me
when
ask you this question. When since has Kobe Mino been comparable to Bruno Fernandes since being at United?
None.
In terms of profile of the player? When since?
no, I don't think he's ever been.
So how is he now competing against Bruno?
More ask
And
a
two of them are
question.
two different players.
More ask a question though. And Mourinho is a starter for Manchester United.
Not
He's
right.
a
No,
starter.
Not right
He's
now.
a
No,
starter.
man, is that.
no.
All right, cool.
Well, it should be, but
All right, cool.
MM7 off his start still, you know.
Cool.
So
Me hear somebody make a point a while ago about me and you not coming on because of the
Mino is an
the
underrated
manager.
footballer too, you know.
Me because the manager make a decision in the moment which way you want to see on the field. You see, that's why.
That's what I said though, right?
Wait now. Because maybe if me and you come on, him no want to see what me and you are gonna do. He just use where want to see to come on the pitch at the moment. Me believe say yo, me and you are gonna get game some way somehow. You see it? Because him can't left the youth out on the bench for so long and I play him. At some point him have to play him. But in this game now, maybe me no want to use him in this game particular. You see it? So me not gonna say if them lose. What am I say now? Touch with each other. Me not gonna say that. Me not
No,
gonna say that.
here why it's difficult to believe though, Ireland, because last game we played Arsenal and this game we play Fulham. Fulham and Arsenal play two different ball game. Are you telling me that in none of those two situations you could have utilized Meno at no point in time?
nope.
That makes no
Let
sense.
me just ask the man
Me
this.
not
Orlando, you
argue
believe
the manager decision because I'm the
Orlando?
manager. And I'm the
Orlando, let me
manager.
ask you this.
So
You
I'm
think
not
that
argue that.
like Kobe Mino is like a similar profile to Baliba from Brighton?
If them play the same?
Like them similar, like profile
Yeah.
wise.
Me I go say yes.
So when I'm gonna go come out and say this a man, I believe is a similar profile to Baliba, right? And as Jeff did allude to, when a manager chase someone like Baliba and Wharton, what I tell you about this guy was also similar to them in that position, in
Basically,
comparison to Bruno Fernandes, where he's not comparable to Bruno Fernandes.
basically, must say to me say yo, him not fit him system, him not fit him inside.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's
I'm basically
simple.
just narrating to
Manager
them.
never rate
I'm
he's
just
not
narrating.
rating Ahmad.
Yeah,
I'm just
simple as
narrating.
that.
Yeah, so
Him just
Yes,
not
me.
rate Ahmad, bro.
the thing is, the thing is, him play him in the preseason game them. So probably it's a thing where he must say where we want from Kobe Ben, where him personally want as a coach from Kobe Ben, him probably not see it.
And
But really and truly,
that's
I
a
feel
good
like
point. Tattoo,
and me like oh
that's
you
a good point.
Honestly,
That's a
I
good
feel
point,
like
Tattoo.
a lot of assumptions are being made.
Tattoo,
and
that's a good point. That's a good point.
And
Me not tell a lie.
but the thing
my
is
brain
not
is not
that.
allowing me to draw those assumptions that you guys are drawing.
Hold on, the thing is not that too. It's just the preseason,
That's a good
especially in
point.
the first few games them, because I think him play him in the first few games in the preseason. Preseason is where you get players up to speed. So it's never a case where he would never not play him in the preseason. He
Him
was
play
going to
good.
play.
Him
Yeah,
play good in the
him first
preseason.
two games them him play good. I remember him last game. But it was never a case where he was never not going to play him in preseason. You got to play your entire squad in a preseason. You see me? So that is no real indication as to how the manager see him, in my opinion. But at the start of the season, bro, when you play Arsenal, right? You're 1-0 down to Arsenal and you need somebody to bring on a spark. There's multiple of times when him same one bring on Meno off the
I
bench.
know.
As my
I
point
know.
out the
Say,
Leon game.
Yeah,
Meno
Leon,
come
yeah.
on in the Leon game and he make a spark. There's multiple opportunities where him could have bring on Meno in an Arsenal game. And today, And
And
I
then,
still don't understand the reason why he bring on Manuel Ugarte after his performance last week.
And
I know
Calamity,
my problem. I know my problem that I state my problem last week. I know my problem. My problem is why the hell you play Ahmad a right wing back? That's
Huh?
number one.
Bro, it's
And
just type Ahmad game.
why the hell you play Bruno Fernandes in the midfield beside Casemiro? Me believe say Ahmad and Bruno Fernandes will play behind the striker.
Yes, but the problem
Yeah,
with
but
that is
whereby
that we bought Cunha and Mbuemo
Cunha
to go in.
and
So you have
But
to.
me personally feel like say them two man they fit more than Cunha and Mbuemo. Personally.
I don't think there's any evidence to state that just
Yeah,
now.
I don't really feel like
But Calamity, let me
that's.
say this, right?
So wait,
Again,
when I see Ahmad and Bruno
Bruno,
play together,
the thing
when I
is,
see
you know,
when I
Bruno,
see Ahmad and Bruno play together right there, so you know see a difference. You know see a
I'm not
difference.
gonna disagree with you in other sense because Bruno is a natural number 10, so
Yeah.
he will fit the role behind the striker. But
yeah,
I
Ahmad
think
me have a
he's
problem with.
more. I have a problem with Ahmad because
Ahmad not to play right wing back, brother.
Ahmad play good. However, the thing is, Ahmad me just think that Bruno more fit as that head of the midfield, just that singular midfield. Yes, singular attacking midfielder instead of a double attacking midfielder when Afia drift wide. Yes, I mean Bruno is more of a man who just free roam and spearhead the attack, in my opinion. So in the number 10 role, Cunha actually I play good. Cunha I really I play good. It's just that
Really, I
him
play
nah,
good. Yeah.
Yo,
it's just that
let
him
me say
nah
this, right?
finish.
Let me ask you this, Tattoo. When you come on to like the two number 8 them, right? In a Ruben Amorim system, when the center back them have the ball, who needs to push up the ball? Don't have the number 8 them, don't. Them need to
Yeah,
receive it
what
after
are
the
the number
defender them.
8 them? Yeah.
And them need to turn, enable to push it forward to either probably spread it, go the wing, or give it to the number 10 them, right?
Yeah.
In this United team, I never see Bruno Fernandes do that today against Fulham. Him lose possession quite often. Casemiro lose possession as well. Or Bruno play some stupid misplaced passes, right? And me I look on Mason Mount and Ugarte, they're very limited in terms of what they can do moving forward. You get me? I say, and me I look on Kobe Menu a couple seasons ago, and Menu could have received the ball back to the opposition. Him could have turned, drop a shoulder, push it up the pitch. You see me? I say, good in him dribbling. Him have a little skill. Him can beat 1 and 2 man. Him can operate in a tight spaces. You get me? I say, go around the corner at the center back them and thing 1-2. Missy Kobe Menu do that, bro. Say if you want a driving force that can push the team forward, forgive him that the spot there, bro. Kobe Menu is that guy. You get me? I say, whatever Manuel Ugarte does defensively, Kobe Menu can also do defensively. Whatever Mason Mount does defensively, or what
No,
Ruben
that's how
Amorim
I
thinks,
disagree. That's how I disagree.
bro.
The
What does
problem with
Ugarte
Kobe
do?
Meno, is he lacks tenacity. He's not me a crash into a tackle. He's not that type of midfielder. That is
Him not aggressive.
yeah,
But
he's
what
not
I try to say
aggressive.
is,
And also he lacks a bit of pace about him. So that's the problem with him in the midfield. That is why I say the profile of the midfield of them just don't work in this 2-man midfield. This 2 number 8 system. It just don't work because the profile of the man them not gonna mesh. Kobe Meno him lack a bit of pace. So whenever a man burst past him can't get back. I'm see countless at times. You see me? Him have the dribbling ability. Him have a decent passing range on him. Him can do the going forward, but when it comes to the engine of the midfield, him lack a bit of it. You see me? And that's a field problem. But that's still no excuse for not playing him, in my opinion, because you're playing Manuel Ugarte, who lacks everything going forward as well. So no, it's time for you to pick and choose your differences. Which one you think as a benefit you more? And me personally think say playing Kobe Meno over Manuel Ugarte is more beneficial.
let me tell you, in terms of how United did press against Fulham today in certain moments, at maybe the first 20-30 minutes, right? If you play a Kobe Meno and you lose something defensively in the midfield, if you can press like that with your attacking players, right, and trap them and win back the ball, then you don't have to worry about the midfield as much. You get me? I say, unless you play a certain opposition where like them are gonna be harder for press, you know them way they are close down. But today, if United did press more consistently across 90 minutes and maybe have a Kobe Meno, then I think would have benefited the team more compared to when you drop out Mason Mount and bring on Ugarte and them Monday, you know.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Definitely agree. But Liverpool are playing Newcastle tomorrow. I want to see that game there because we have 2 Liverpool matches.
3-1 Liverpool.
Wait to play Anfield.
Newcastle playing.
Me feel say it's going to be a 2-all draw.
They think there could be the possibility of Isak playing tomorrow?
No, you're crazy.
No, he's
Isak
not playing.
Isak not playing.
It's going to be a hostile
It's going to
environment.
be my prediction a 2-all draw.
Brother,
It's going to be a real. It's going to be a real challenge for Liverpool, in my opinion, because the Newcastle fans must feel like I got depend the man them back. You see me?
That don't face Liverpool though.
That not go bother because
Nothing no fears Liverpool, though, Malo.
Not much.
All right, Malo. I hope tomorrow if I get 1-2 love, we can see you bright and early.
Am I ever not here bright and early?
So,
No.
what, so you're winning the game then, right?
I think it will be a tough game, but I feel like we have the quality right now to probably win 2-1. It's gonna be close, 1-0, something along those lines.
3-1 to Liverpool. But I have to say sometimes Liverpool will cause problem on themselves. So
yeah, I think we probably concede. But we know we have
Liverpool cause problem on themselves. We know them money. They will cause problem on themselves. So we have Bournemouth under 2 and you see what happened?
Yeah, we gave away 2 goals against Bournemouth.
We give away, because we get chance to done that game then, countless opportunities, And I same thing with the community shield, we get chance.
Yeah, we should have finished our quick seconds, but yeah.
I will leave a chance we get I will squander them. Will leave. See?
And I think we will be different against Newcastle. The only thing we have to hope is that them firepower is, probably not up to the task.
We just have to play up to standard as usual.
It was lacking. The firepower for Newcastle was lacking against Aston Villa.
I think them not having that vocal point tomorrow will affect them to some extent.
That's my guess also.
Yeah.
But I still see them scoring a goal.
Yeah, with the likes of Elanga and Anthony Gordon, so them at least can score one, especially when a Liverpool defense is at this moment.
Fair enough.
But one more ask though, the 100 million man, how you think he might perform?
Florian
Wirtz. Him decent. He feel like he might make 1 or 2 impact.
It was good against Bournemouth.
Who?
Yeah, good is a strong word, bro. Is there a word below decent? What's that word?
He was subpar, bro. No.
I mean, what are you comparing it to? What are you comparing it to?
Malo, I think the intent was dear. I don't feel like
Bert was at least a 5.
5 at best.
But what you not feel like say?
And Madueke was a 6.5.
Madueke play better than him.
Bro, Malo, listen. I think Wirtz did dog shit.
You remind me of Savannah, bro. Nobody for Liverpool never play bad yet.
How did it get there? How did it get there?
You remind me of
Who
Savannah.
said that?
Who
said that?
Brother. I don't know. The man them
brother, that's your assumption. No, I've never said nobody for Liverpool play bad. But you're making it. You're gonna tell me that no, the Madueke played a better game against Leeds than Fulham versus Bournemouth.
Yes, he did.
That is totally incorrect.
No, bro. No.
Again, me not gonna fight here. If I say a feel about it, then I say a feel. It don't make no sense.
I'm gonna tell you the danger. I'm gonna tell you the danger of Liverpool are going to have tomorrow, and Newcastle can use it against them.
Defense.
Defense. You see the defense line that Liverpool have.
Some of them are out. Frimpong.
Yeah. Frimpong are out.
We have no right back. We
have Bradley.
Bradley trained for a little while.
Bradley come back at training.
Yeah, but he wasn't for long. I think he trained for like 15
years. I guess we're going to see Joe Gomez a right back.
Then we just use him a right back. Simple.
You see if
Joe can play right back.
You see if Newcastle have sense. You see Alan and Garden and Harvey Barnes. They might go have a field yet tomorrow if they have sense. Take on the back line there. Yeah, man.
It's not going to be as easy as you think. I don't think it will be as easy as you think.
You're going to see why. You're going to see it tomorrow. Take it
I
on,
feel
man.
like the midfield battle I got something there.
I
Man
don't
them,
think it's gonna be as easy as you think.
man
If
them.
the mid,
Because
if the midfield gonna be Joe Linton,
One thing, I like the confidence
Tulane,
when Malo was talking, I like,
Man them, man them,
that level of
man them.
confidence,
No,
That's
Cash
me,
where,
important
no,
thing.
me
yeah,
know
but
my team, and if you guys are thinking about our defense in regards to the Bournemouth game, you realize that the goals that Bournemouth score was directly based on mistakes that
Counter
we
attack.
made.
A
It
counter attack.
wasn't necessarily
Well,
us
tomorrow
being
you're going to
poor
make 5 of
defensively.
them mistakes there.
yo, me personally,
Okay.
me rank Newcastle midfield in the top 3 best midfield in the league. If a midfield back we are
have a
talking
shout.
about.
I'm not gonna
Clout.
disagree. Then probably have a shout.
Yeah, man.
Gimaraes,
Not
Tonali,
necessarily,
Jolinton, and who?
Gimerage,
not necessarily based on
Tonali, Joe Linton, and Gimerage.
What, based on chemistry, are you
based
talking
on
for the one?
based on functionality, like how them
Oh,
play together.
Or them play
Not
together.
necessarily quality, but based on how them play together.
Because remember, say it's a team, you know. So if you're going to talk about a football is a team sport. So if you're talking about team, the midfield, when them play together, for them good day,
Yeah.
top
If I
3 best midfield
if
in the
not
league.
not necessarily individual quality, but
That's an
functionality.
interesting take. Interesting take. I've never thought about that.
I mean, realistically, you have not, I can't even look for Man City like that again because
No, man,
them,
don't look for Man City midfield. We don't have no good midfield now.
and then you have Liverpool, which again you can put Liverpool in there.
Me
You have
believe say
no,
Arsenal.
but Liverpool midfield, the chemistry change right now, so, and in a
Yeah,
really,
but
never
me I
Yeah, but
Spurs
go
you're not
join it.
jealous yet. You're not jealous yet.
me I
You're
go
not
based
jealous
off
yet.
me I go based off previous season, so like last season coming up.
Oh.
So
I
it'd
mean,
be Liverpool.
what else are we gonna use? A one game alone to play, like.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been
Exactly.
Liverpool, Arsenal, and Newcastle, in my opinion.
I'm to Chelsea.
What about
Chelsea have a good
Chelsea?
midfield. Chelsea have a good midfield.
Chelsea have a good midfield, but me not
That's it.
like
I feel like a
Enzo.
one man
I
afraid
feel
of
like
midfield.
I feel like a Kai said that run off that.
I can't say that still, you know. Yeah.
And ends up like we need to start like be less harsh for Enzo now, right?
Enzo confused, bro. Enzo to me confused. I'm not like Enzo.
Yo,
Him
but
good
I
enough.
like
I'm not saying
Chelsea,
no good.
their midfield chemistry. Me no know how I'm to that, brother.
I'm not saying no good enough, bro. But
Question.
him, how people talk about him like him at the next coming at Tony Cruz. No, bro.
I don't think he is either, but I think I feel like he come a far away from what he was in the beginning.
Question. Did Newcastle beat did Liverpool beat Newcastle last season? Not time at all?
Yeah, in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Newcastle just beat
And
them
then they
last
beat you in a Carabao Cup final.
Carabao Cup
We
final.
draw 3-3 with them and then we beat them. I don't remember the second
Oh,
fixture, but
sorry.
Tony.
May I mix up with
yeah,
Arsenal? I think Arsenal never beat them last year. Arsenal may I mix up.
Only in our last part, Arsenal beat Newcastle. Other than that, Newcastle beat them 3 times. Them.
Oh yeah.
But man,
I
them
think Newcastle knocked them out of the League Cup. No, sir?
Yeah, it 2-0 for 2 like them.
Yeah. Beat them twice.
Man, them, we'll finish it off right there, so. You see me? Respect to everybody who turn up on the live. You see it? Remember, say, like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, because that's how you notify when the video them a drop. And you don't know, so the live them are every Sunday, so don't miss it. You see me? We'll be back. Shout out to the man, them. Big up.
Big
Yes,
up.
sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.